For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
It's bow time. Our biscuit makers know a thing or two about scratch-made buttermilk biscuits.
Actually, it's 49.
That's right, 49 savory steps. So yeah, we know biscuits like the back of our hand. Because, well, these buttermilk biscuits are...
made by hand.
Yep, that Southern know-how is our bread and butter. And if you're still wondering what makes a Bojangles biscuit so good, well, just ask your mouth. Yep, that's what we thought. Come celebrate Bo's Buttermilk Biscuit Month with a scratch-made Cajun Filet biscuit. It's bow time.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Hi.
Tabua. Aoob. What about Aoob?
Cool, neat story.
Was that supposed to be funny? There's local politics, bud.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
Let's get the pumping.
I know Clip said he packed us in, so I'm just glad that I can prove Clip wrong.
Got him! Strike three, it's all over. The Pirates are dancing, and they'll have a home regional in Greenville, North Carolina.
A lot of people just see what we do on the field. They don't see the hours at 5 in the morning and the hours when it's 100 degrees out in Greenville. They don't see all that, so just seeing it finally pay off is just really awesome.
Our guys are tough as nails. They've continued to show up when nobody else believed in them. I'm just so daggone proud of them.
It's gonna be fun. We in the thick. I mean, everybody gonna be loud. I'm gonna be loud with them. I'm screaming too. Like, yeah, let's go, let's do this. You ready for this? I am.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, welcome in Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com, and you can watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Smash the likes like John Moody is already doing today as he joins us on Facebook Live. You can watch on YouTube as well, as we will recap the Greenville Super Regional. It is Hangover Monday in Eastern North Carolina for everyone who was a part of that game last night. Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, CJ Schaefer here. To my left, Troy D. And Troy, we kick off today's show on a somber note as the East Carolina baseball season has come to an end.
I mean, what an epic weekend, and regardless of how it finished, just what a run by East Carolina Pirates and the guys, and what a display by our fan base. I just got to tell you, man, I've been here a long time, and I really thought after 2 rain delays, by the way, and the game not starting until 10:15 for a scheduled 4 o'clock start, 6 hours later, I was like, you know what, if we have 1,000 fans in the stadium, if we have 500 fans in the stadium, that'd be great. I was stunned. The stadium was, more than half full. The jungle was bumping, and the fans that were there were as loud as if the stadium was full. And even though East Carolina was playing from behind, man, they showed up and they supported this team. And I know every time we drop the word epic around, but it was an epic day yesterday. I mean, just the whole way it played out. And I know it didn't play out the way we had wanted it to, but man, just what an amazing run by ECU, and unfortunately come up a little short, and once again a bridesmaid, not a bride. But one day that glass ceiling will be broken, Clip.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically starting that game 10-15, spotting Texas 4 runs. You're still in the top of the first, 1 out, man on base. So for folks to show up the way they did was awesome, and it was loud, and you had some chances. You give up 4, you go to the bottom of the first. You got first and third, nobody out. Bryson Worrell has a 3-0 count. He's got the green light.
Yeah.
I would love to use my time machine to go back to that moment and him have that pitch over again, because who knows if they score 2 or 3 there in the first. They end up getting 1, but if they get 3 or 4, it could be different. I don't know.
And I hate to say it, I mean, Cliff even referenced this in the post game. I know we'll probably get to some of that later on, but I just think this thing was probably lost Saturday when the Pirates up 7-2 in the 7th and let it slip away. I mean, you could taste it almost. You were, it wasn't a 90 feet away deal from Omaha, Clip, but it started to feel like that, didn't it? I mean, there was a buzz going around.
Are we calling it 14 outs away?
Well, I know my math's a little bit off at times, but let's not get bogged down in the details.
Right, you got it.
Just go with the moment, Clip. But anyway, it was starting to feel like this could be the moment, and that's baseball.
Jacob Jenkins Coward hit that towering home run. It felt like a party, and maybe we started the party a little early.
Yeah, and I think once East Carolina let that game slip away Saturday, it was just like that was the chance. That you had your foot on their neck, and we let them loose.
Well, if you believe in momentum, Texas had it all heading into Sunday, and both teams were worn out as far as starters go. Texas started a guy that East Carolina had already hit that weekend, and obviously one run isn't going to get it done against Texas. I thought the offense would do a little more last night, but I was ready for the long haul, ready for a lot of runs scored. Texas did their part. Unfortunately, the Pirates just couldn't do it last night.
Yeah, I will say this: the number 17 for Texas, Ivan Melendez. Let me just say this: as good as advertised. A lot of hype coming into this weekend series, and he's had a good year. A home run every day of the series. That kid's going places. I mean, he, as I said, he lived up to the hype, I thought, this weekend.
Since they changed the bats, he broke Chris Bryant's record for home runs in a season since they went to this new bat.
Yeah, impressive. And, I just can't believe I was, doing the math on this. I put it out there on social media. 7 games in 10 days for this East Carolina program in postseason, all in Greenville. And for every game, we had an awesome tailgate. And our team, by the way, Pirate Radio, was tremendous, on air, behind the scenes. Everybody played a role. Everybody was involved. But, Clip, I told you I was worried about September coming up with 4 home tailgates back-to-back in a month. I am no longer worried about 4 home football tailgates.
That is child's play.
That is rookie numbers right there.
Light work.
We just did 7 football-like tailgates, some exceeding football tailgates, by the way, in 10 days.
A football tailgate is, 6 hours?
Yeah.
And if it's a noon game, 4 hours? Is that how it usually works?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went yesterday 10 hours? 12?
Correct. Well, my day started about noon when I picked up Ellerby. And then we were rolling full capacity at 1.
Yeah.
And I got home at, I believe it was 3 a.m.
You did 2 full
and the difference is with baseball, not only do you tailgate before the game, and God knows it was fun this weekend. I'm not complaining. It was a great time. Some of the best tailgating moments I've ever had as a Pirate in 30 years were this past weekend. But you also have the ability to tailgate during the game some because you can kind of go in and out in the jungle area, and you can go back and you can tailgate in between innings and do that. So the tailgate's actually extended during the game, Clip, if you want to look at it that way. And then when you get multiple rain delays in excess of 6 hours, what are you doing? Well, you're probably tailgating again.
So no excuses for September.
No, I am fine. That was worrying me. No longer is that a concern.
Just don't get lazy during June and July, Troy. You gotta
keep up the pace.
You gotta do some mock tailgates. You gotta stick with it.
But man, it turned into the jungle lot and the whole berm. It rained so hard. I joked it was like a cross between Woodstock and the Fire Festival that turned into it was just an absolute bleep show at one point in a fun way. You know what I'm saying? Like, not in a bad way, but I'm like, at this point, if this thing starts at midnight, let it ride. I'm in here so long, I ain't leaving. Like, I'm all in. Now, there were a few times I struggled, and I know Bailey, is going to make fun of me because I might have rested my eyes a little bit in a couple of the at-bats in the stands where I sit next to him. But I had to start getting up and walking around about 1 a.m., make sure it was a long day clip, followed up from a long weekend from a long week.
You don't have to tell me.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just saying, I didn't, we stayed, but there was a couple slump issues where I was slumping.
Hey, you made it through. You're here today.
Yeah.
Showed up.
But man, God, it was so close. I wish we were talking about Omaha right now. It would be awesome. And I really thought this could be the year, the most unexpected year after starting 14 and 13 to do it. Kind of coming out of nowhere.
Yeah. You said you wish we were talking about Omaha right now. What are we talking about right now? Because ECU has given us so much to talk about that I haven't paid attention really outside of that bubble. And now I'm kind of stumped as to what do we do the rest of the week, the rest of the month. We got to find something.
Yeah.
But man, they gave us so much here these last few months.
Well, it really is like, man, I've put my life on hold in many ways for this and business and stuff. I mean, now, once again, it's what we do. We're in the business of this. But there are things that have fallen by the wayside because of all these games and activities. But there's worse things to be distracted by, I guess. But
there was a great tweet here by Eli, who's a Pirate guy. He said, Texas, quote, "We sure have a nice baseball team," end quote. ECU, quote, "I've taken the entire month off from work. I've sacrificed a few children. My best friend has made the best barbecue this side of Mississippi. Can we please get to Omaha?" It's like we've done all we can for the baseball gods. It's not working out.
I did. I got to find this tweet. A buddy of mine sent this to me from Texas. It was pretty funny too.
I met some friends and a lot of enemies from Texas this weekend. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd say both. I met some quality people from Texas. I met a couple jackasses that were with the Longhorn fan base. It was kind of split, but majority of them were very decent.
I got to tell you, the one.
But I guess you could say that about any fan base,
sure.
Probably.
Yeah. I can't believe it, but Texas, is their arrogance level higher than the Chapel Hill folks?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but yes,
it is.
It is.
It totally is.
It is. Texas makes Carolina fans look humble, modest, down to earth. Yeah, they are way more elitist than UNC.
You
folks.
Touched on it early.
And I don't mean that in a bad way for my UNC friends. They'll understand that.
You touched on it Friday. You were like, yeah, some of these people thought they'd roll in, like we let them play at our ballpark.
Yeah,
and they were like, thanks for that. We'll take over now. Like kind of an arrogant attitude. And then throughout the weekend, the whole song where people said ECU fans were classless because they were making noise at a baseball game because while Texas was trying to sing before the game. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you?
And how
people?
dare you?
What kind of world are y'all living in?
Put the horns upside down. The humanity.
I mean, is this
of the horns down?
Is this reality?
Here's the tweet from this was from Burnt Orange Nation. This is a Texas fan website or social media site. Texas fans, this was earlier in the weekend. What state is East Carolina in again?
Oh yeah.
And then
this is good.
Texas fans after the first rain delay. If this storm cell moves from Rocky Mount towards New Bern, it could go west towards Grimesland or Washington and circumvent the Greenville area entirely.
That was fantastic.
I thought that one was very good.
Actually, made friends with those guys. The Burnt Orange. What are they called? Yeah,
Burnt Orange Nation.
Fun guys.
Yeah. I talked to some of the Orange Bloods guys. They're pretty famous, well known as far as one of the original websites. People. Some websites aren't as big anymore because social media is so big, but the Orange Bloods have a big following on online. I talked to that guy multiple times. Nice guy. And I thought all the Texas media guys were nice. Their SID was a pleasure to work with. And I actually enjoyed talking to their coach a couple times. I finished it up with a question last night about 2:15 a.m. to him. I figured I started the weekend asking a question. Alpha dogging him clip.
2:15 in the afternoon?
No, in the morning. This morning. I talked to him this morning.
I know. I'm talking about you started it on Thursday at 2:15 in the afternoon.
Yes,
and
correct.
Ended it
2:15 this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, so I figured I got closure to that and asked him a follow-up question now that he's been through a series here in Greenville and experienced the Pirate Nation, what his opinion is now.
And what was the result?
Well, he was extremely negative and hateful towards ECU. No, just kidding. No, he was gushing with compliments.
Yeah.
And as I said, we'll get to some of that audio.
That was great for college baseball.
Yeah, we have all of it up on our social media, entire post-game press conference, because most people, there were some that were probably still up, but this was, the game ended like around 1:30ish, so the post-game wasn't even until like after 2 a.m. this morning. So, if you did miss it, we have it all there for you. And then Cliff got very emotional at one point. I hate these post games with the losing team. It's always tough, especially when it's your team. And Cliff can be an emotional guy. Got choked up just talking about what he's been through personally and professionally this year. Didn't give a lot of details, but got choked up to the point where everything kind of came to a stop, and nobody wanted to say anything because it's okay if you ask a question again, but it's an emotional deal, man, especially for, you know how the fans feel and media folks feel. Imagine how the players and coaches are that lived it and played it.
Met Cliff's dad this weekend. He's an awesome fellow.
Oh, Lewis is fantastic.
He is great.
Talked to him multiple times.
Didn't realize he had chimed in on, I don't know if it was one of our watch-alongs or what.
Big Pirate Radio fan. We appreciate Mr. Godwin support, by the way.
I think he said he was chastising umpires under a fake name, so it was pretty.
No, he's got a pretty good sense of humor. I like talking to Cliff's dad, and he doesn't miss anything.
Met a lot of Pirate Radio fans. It was fun. It was one of those reunion weekends, Troy.
It was.
Everybody gets together.
Honestly, it's one of those things. If it wasn't for the ending, it would go down in absolute, lore that, wow, if you were able to finish this thing in Greenville. And it was wild. I mean, the storylines from all weekend, but it was an incredible experience. I'm glad I was able to be here and be a part of it. I think it was really something unique. And I hope we're doing it again. I hope this team now is hosting more Super Regionals in Greenville. And this isn't a one-time only deal.
How about a Texas stat to consider, Troy? Texas has been to the College World Series more times than the College World Series has been played without Texas. They have been 38 times, and there have been 37 times the College World Series is played, and Texas hadn't been a part of it. That's a crazy stat.
That is amazing. I mean, it's kind of the opposite of our.
One.
It's the opposite of our stat.
Yeah,
we have a record.
Most appearances without going to Omaha.
Yeah.
Most postseason appearances.
Yeah. Notch another one, unfortunately.
That'll last one more year.
Yeah. But I think, look, they are, once again, I mean, as Cliff said last year, we're knocking on the door. We just got to kick the damn door in. We are kicking the door. It's hanging on by a thread at this point.
They put a bunch of deadbolts on it.
I know. We are kicking the hell out of that door. And it's going to bust down eventually.
Our feet are bleeding.
I mean,
Gil says it should definitely help out with recruiting. Now, there's a lot of reasons for guys to go to a lot of different schools. I will say this. If you look at the atmosphere in Chapel Hill yesterday.
Oh, my God.
And look at Clark LeClaire Stadium.
Yeah. You would have thought it was a golf match
go to Chapel Hill
versus the SEC football game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only analogy I can think of.
And Arkansas fans pretty much took over anyway at their stadium, the majority of the fans. So.
And by the way, I'm still delirious, Clip, and a little running on fumes. So if I lose focus today, just kind of get me back in line. I'm trying to stay between the ditches.
Wouldn't be much different than any other
I feel like actually running on fumes is helping me stay.
I feel like you've been very good today.
I know. Like, I think I'm better on like 2 hours of sleep than I am on 12.
All that rest you're getting before shows, stop that. It's not working for you.
I know. I should just go full throttle all the time. Because even when I got home, Clip, at 3, guess what I couldn't do?
I know. Yeah, I was kind of...
Now I'd hit my second wind. I was all ready to roll at that point. It was another couple hours before I went to bed, probably. Anyway.
Johnny, he's our random stat guy, says the Pirates are the only team in D1 baseball to host and win a regional in the last 4 playoffs, postseason. So there's a stat for you. Troy, one slide on you, and I'll move on. I do have the records for our predictions for the regional.
Oh, it's so
the Super
close.
Regional.
I went with the sweep. Which,
You
by the way, in the seventh inning,
hold
at
on.
the beginning of the seventh inning on Saturday, who was looking really good?
I'm not going to curse. Who cares? Who cares? Ellerby had ECU in 3, so he was 0-1 on his predictions. I unfortunately took Texas in 3. I'm 1-0. Troy, you had ECU in 2 and 3, so you were 0-2 in your predictions.
Yes, I was.
I don't know how you go 0-2 in a series prediction, but anything's possible.
I told
with Troy
you.
D.
We eventually someone would get it right.
So yeah, didn't work out for the Pirates this weekend. John, will you stop asking that question? Look, just don't worry about it. They just draw random numbers, okay? He's asking how the attendance numbers are
Don't
taken.
worry about how the sausage is made. Just enjoy the sausage.
He said his ticket never took a scan the whole weekend. I heard people were just like showing fake stuff on their phones getting in. Don't worry about it.
It doesn't matter.
It's okay.
It's like Woodstock. If you got there, you got there. Quit asking.
We're going to tell you what the number is, and you're going to believe it.
Let me tell you something. And if anything, they underestimated on the number.
I agree. It
was a low number.
ball.
Yes.
Especially if they took ticket scan, and like John said, they'd never even scanned his ticket.
But you know what? It was a great moment. Let's just embrace it. And by the way, let me give a shout out to, before I get too sidetracked, to the East Carolina University operational folks, to the athletic department, to the Pirate Club, to the administrators, from top to bottom.
Yeah.
It's one thing. We covered the event clip, and we're exhausted. We didn't throw the event. We didn't host the event. And I got to tell you, so we're out there for hours in the jungle and the tailgate lots. The facility services people, a lot of times, they put the trash cans out, which is great, and people were using them. But a lot of times they don't get empty till after the event. They were coming around during the tailgate as these things were overflowing, taking the trash out, putting fresh bags in. I mean, I'm just saying they were doing an outstanding job of doing everything they could do to keep the area clean and nice. And they're kind of unsung heroes, You don't think a lot about the guys that take the trash out for you. But let me tell you something. The guys that were doing that for ECU were busting their asses this weekend. I noticed it, and I wanted to give them a plug. I thought JJ and all the guys and Drew at the Pirate Club and everybody that's out there,
JJ McLam was helping get the tarp on the field.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, yes, it was all hands on deck.
He was out there.
Everybody was out there. The hours were extremely long, and these folks had to be out there way before you had to be out there. As a fan or anything else, you had to get out there hours and hours before the game to prepare. You're there a long time afterwards. Malcolm and his guys and the media services guys did a great job. I mean, I thought everybody from East Carolina, and I know people can be critical at times of how events are run.
Yeah.
But to be able to throw 7 of these once again in 10 days, I thought there were very few. I'm not saying everything's perfect, but I thought there were very few problems. And I just thought everybody stepped up, rose to the occasion, did an outstanding job from the university for hosting this thing. And everybody I talked to, had a great experience that was there. And I thought it was job well done.
John says shout out to the grounds crew. They did a great job.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Captain Chris Sutton, the police.
Yes,
they did everybody.
Too.
I mean, it took everybody.
Yeah, and I probably left some people off, and I apologize, but everybody that was affiliated with this event from the university and from public service did awesome. And also, I did not notice really any incidences that were negative. Pirates.
Shout out to everyone who wasn't those jackasses Saturday on the ECU and Texas side for getting into it, and 2 Texas fans were escorted from Clark LeClaire Stadium.
Yeah, well, and I tell you what, I almost witnessed another one last night. I was standing there talking to Brett from Sub Dogs, the owner of Sub Dogs, in the concourse area, and we're just having a conversation clip about the game. And evidently there was a guy standing kind of behind Brett against the wall, and he taps Brett on the shoulder. He says, "Hey, buddy, get the F out of the way." But he didn't say F, really just nasty tone. And I just, to Brett's credit, this thing could have escalated badly, but I just thought it was complete. And then Brett's like, "You talking to me?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm effing talking to you. Get out of the effing way." I'm like, "Hey, dude, chill out, man. You don't have a ticket for this area. This is not, you don't own this space." Because I'll be here whenever I want to be here. Then he starts, I'm like, oh man, this is going to escalate. But
I hate people.
I helped de-escalate the situation clip before it got ugly, because the last thing I wanted to have is headlines with the owner Sup Dogs beating the hell out of a Longhorn fan, which is where it was getting ready to go.
We talked to local man Troy Dreyfus, who was on the scene.
Yeah, although I could have had some great video of this. By the way, Gil on Facebook Live throwing back, he said, "Remember the days there was a cake party within every block on every night of the week? Good times." He's talking about back in like the 90s. I do remember. And then he said most of the cake parties were at Troy Dreyfus's place on Old Stansel Drive. What a throwback, Gil. Wow. Gil with the fast fact that I once lived on Stansel Drive in Greenville, North Carolina in the grid. That is pretty impressive, Gil. You're blowing away me with your Troy D trivia knowledge right there. Gil, how does it...
He read the autobiography.
How does Gil pronounce his last name? Elvington?
Yep.
Gil Elvington with the throwback there. Very impressive, Gil. Not many people knew that. I've not publicized that publicly until now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Those were fun parties, Gil.
I bet.
God, I feel like we were back in college this weekend in many ways. Did you see the pool?
That was cool. So what was the story on that?
Well,
let's get a break in.
All right, let's do that.
And then we'll have story time, because a lot of stories to tell from this weekend. I want to know about the pool and everything else going on out at the jungle. Let's take a time out. We'll come back. We'll also read your comments on Facebook Live and YouTube. Jonathan says Troy stepped in and laid his calming I touch famous people hands to de-escalate the situation. Those hands have done quite a bit. Done a lot of good, Troy D, over the years. We'll take a time out, come back, have more for you after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
For 2 years in a row, we've been voted #1 in Greenville, so we're super thankful. For 2022, we've decided to make it the year of the customer. We're taking more COVID health safety protocols with some personal test drives where, you don't have the salesperson riding along with the customer. It actually makes them a little bit more comfortable, and they can take a drive and kind of go where they want to go and drive it how they want to drive it.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times at the pool, river, beach, or backyard grilling, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there is fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this summer, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
Pepper, oh no they didn't! Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it inside that garlic-kissed crust. Oh, now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen!
Hey Pirate fans, the Papa John's Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust One-Topping Pizza is only $13.99 and is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
This is former ECU football player Bryce Williams, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006 and are the local tech support for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right. Some Pirate Radio people are showing up in not so great places. I saw one graphic had been made of Shirley and Chandler giving the horns down. And from
out of all the pictures this weekend from horns down that surfaced on social media, so many thousands of pictures on social media, you choose the one of Chandler Honeycutt and Shirley Rose.
Well, there's also
I was very popular in the Longhorn social media circles, from what I hear. And CJ sent me another one out here.
There's a Hollywood Squares edition of Horns Down, and Troy has made 3 of the squares.
Yeah, I got to tell you, that was fun to do. And I may never get a chance to play Texas in any sport again, so I took full advantage of offering the horns down opportunity.
I did see one tweet that I agree with, and it reminded me of Troy D. It said that ECU fans are just learning what horns down is, like they learned what the middle finger was when they were kids. Because that was kind of true.
That was funny. Yeah, but I will say, it wasn't just me. It was everybody.
Everybody.
It was a popular thing.
Also, the more they complain about it, obviously,
made
the more
me
you're
want to
going
do
to
it
want
more.
to do it.
Yes.
So
the more they whined and bitched about it, I wanted just to keep on doing it.
You know, what was funny is, I got a couple of responses. Some of them were just, in response to the picture, but then I had people calling me out by name. They're like, "Hey, Shirley, how do you feel about the Texas now, Shirley?"
You gotta take it.
And I'm just like, okay, that's fine, but enjoy your win. You're not going to get past Notre Dame, but have fun.
I don't know about that. I mean, they've got a good team. I mean, Texas is.
I'm not saying that they don't have a good team, but the way
at this point, I hope they do. It makes us look better.
They're the favorite.
Well, the way I look at it is that if you have that much time to create a meme with Texas and all that stuff on a picture that we took all of maybe 10 seconds to take, you've got too much time on your hands.
You got to roll with it, Shirley.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't care. Look, you can talk all the trash you want to. I'm not gonna dignify you with an answer. That's just the way I am.
Well, my college baseball watching is done for 2022, so I don't give a damn who wins in Omaha. So
yeah, I won't be glued to it, but I'll flip over some.
You can let me know what happens.
Yeah,
I'll be watching.
Kind of like I do the NASCAR races. If I'm around, I'll put it on.
Which who won yesterday?
I don't know. I was in a Clark Leclerc bubble yesterday. We could have had nuclear war yesterday. I don't know if I would have known.
Craig says, I'm going to say it again, thank you to the Pirate Radio Watch Along crew for an amazing time. Thank you, Craig. We had a lot of fun.
Thanks, Craig.
Had a lot of eyeballs on that, especially last Monday and on Friday.
Yeah.
And we'll keep those rolling in the future. All right, so Nelson says, I enjoy all the scenes and pictures from the Pirate Radio at the Jungle and the pool, too. And then Elvie says, the lady that tipped over her chair in the poolside was hilarious. I saw that video for the first time today. Let's get a background on the pool stuff, Troy D.
All right, so that was kind of a last-minute deal, and I got to give our Pirate Radio Director of Aquatic Relations the credit on this, Joe Wilkins, who's friend of the station.
A.K.A. Pitbull?
Yeah, so my man Pitbull wanted to bring a pool out there, and I said, well, that's cool, but what are you going to do for water? He's like, don't worry about it, we got it taken care of. So I'm not going to tell you how, but they got it taken care of, and it was fresh water in the pool. So they had a baby pool out there. A full-size baby pool.
This was not like a baby pool, I think, of those little circles. This was like a pretty
This was more legit kind of adult small pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took up a parking space.
And the funny thing is we had two of them. But we had it where if a car had to come in, like Dilday drives that smaller car, he could still have parked it there.
Why don't you talk about the size of Dilday's car?
All right. Well, just, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
All right.
It's the size of a shoe. It's fine. It's very convenient at times to park easy. And we were gonna let it if someone needed it for a parking spot. Let me say we were prepared to remove the pool, so if it was needed. But it was kind of a one-time deal. It was just that Saturday game clip. It was just it was hot as hell out there, and it was fun. And people towards the end of the game, people started diving in. And it was. And what happened was, I think the lady was sitting in her chair, and the guy went in, and I think she kind of got splashed because she was right at the edge of the pool, and I don't think she realized he was doing a belly flop in the pool.
This was a girl doing the belly flop.
Oh, yes, this was the girl. I'm sorry, a girl did it, and then she leaned back and just kind of kept going back. Back. Remember intern, I believe, Preston? That was her mom.
Okay.
So there was a Pirate Radio connection there.
I hope she was okay.
I didn't see it when it happened. And she's like, oh, my God, I hope you didn't get that on video. I was like, no, I didn't even get that one on video. But evidently someone else did. So just full disclosure, that was not my video.
Wow.
So she's like, yeah, don't post that one. I'm like, no, I didn't even get it.
It's not posted.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't even see this. What are you talking about? And then I went back and I saw it on the video. Hilarious.
Yikes.
No, but she was fine.
Don't put my name in the lawsuit.
She wasn't hurt. So, okay. And then there was a dude that looked like Alan from The Hangover that went in on full jeans. And he jumped off the platform of the Pirate Radio truck.
That was a little dangerous.
That was insane.
Yeah.
It was a pretty wild scene out there, Clip. But as I said, that was special times call for special moments and special memories.
Super wild times at the Super Regional.
Yeah. So our first ever pool in the jungle, history was made.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Chandler, you got any jungle stories?
I mean, that's basically it because I was there for just about all of it. Obviously, we were here on Friday. Saturday was definitely the best day when it comes to tailgating.
Saturday was one of the greatest tailgates I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, and the pool was great, and seeing people enjoy that. And I mean, yeah, Troy basically touched up on everything. But to go back to yesterday and the the jungle parking lot.
It just deteriorated.
Was a mess.
Did it turn it into like a Lord of the Flies situation? We're running out of food. You're running out of drinks.
You've got kids
mud
sliding.
everywhere.
You've got kids sliding on the hill in the jungle in the gate. They're treating it like a slip and slide. You have about 20 people under one tent. I stood under a tent with 20 other people for an hour and a half. Finally got out under there.
So hard, people couldn't even get to the porta potty.
Yeah, but the whole parking lot was just a mud bath. I mean, it was terrible. It was disgusting. But so many people had so many beers and so many alcoholic beverages, they didn't give a damn. And those people came back out there at 10:15 to watch the Pirates play. Down 4-0 in the top of the first, and the crowd was insane.
That roar when East Carolina took
when
the
Trey
field.
Savage struck that guy out in the inning.
Yeah.
That place was insane.
I got goosebumps because, as I said, I didn't think there'd be many people left after 10 o'clock at night. as long as it was, and as long as the week and weekend has been.
This isn't just a late night. This is a Sunday night.
Right. That's right.
This is a
work
Sunday night
for most
12:30 people are still in their purple gold chants going on.
It's incredible. And even as ECU was down, fans were still engaged. You know.
But I'm telling you, man, Saturday I went out with some friends after the game, and I'm not gonna lie, I was pouting for like 4 or 5 straight hours. I had people come up and say, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" Well, dude, it's all right. We'll be there. We'll play tomorrow. Damn it, no! This was the day to get it done.
Yeah.
This was the day to get it done, and I knew that both sides, ECU and Texas, was going to be thin on pitching, but their lineup 1 through 9 can hit the baseball. Their 6-hole hitter had 11 home runs. Their 9-hole hitter hit his 15th home run yesterday. These guys can win this thing.
Top to
they
bottom.
Can win the whole thing. If they
1
want
through
to.
9, they were strong.
But Saturday was the day to do it, and it was. I mean, like you said, the JJC 3-run bomb to make it 6-2. That was all. That was great. And then his slide into home where everybody thought he was out, and then he was safe. That's really when I was kind of like, all right, let's go. Let's punch the ticket now. And for it to not happen just stinks.
Well, and I did hear
it should have happened on Saturday.
I heard some rumblings about this. I don't even know if I should talk. Well, who cares? It's over now. Might as well talk about it. When the Pirates were up big, and I think this would have been, Clip, a young Troy D would have loved this. But I heard rumblings that if East Carolina had closed it out Saturday night or Saturday afternoon and punched their ticket to Omaha, as the dog pile was probably going to happen, that fans were going to storm the field from the jungle and celebrate with the team, which would have been an incredible visual, kind of like you see fans storm a court or take a football field. That would have been a first ever baseball field, storm the field situation.
I overheard many people talk about it.
I think it only would have taken one person to start it. And as I said, a younger Troy D would have been that first person. I don't know if I would have wanted to document it more than do it, but I think you would have had thousands of fans storm the field, celebrate with the team, and I think it would have been an amazing moment, quite honestly.
And by the way,
and honestly, I think that would have just been absolutely incredible, and I think it would have been all over sports, headlines everywhere.
Going back to the stories of the jungle over the weekend, yesterday, Josh reminds me on Facebook Live, they had a karaoke session.
Mm-hmm.
Dill Day and the guys, Jared Plummer, Josh Thomas, they enclosed their tents. It was like a club.
Oh, it was
like a nightclub.
I don't know where the hell they got all this stuff. They had a whole full karaoke machine with lights.
They had some guy in there with a cowboy hat who was killing it. He was killing all the songs.
Texas guy?
No,
but I heard somebody say that he actually he plays in bars and stuff. But he was great.
They had their own music act in the jungle.
He was a professional karaoke guy.
But they put sidings on the tent, so you kind of walk in there.
Him, I think his name was Barth Gooks.
Okay.
Thanks.
That was
tough crowd.
Barth Gooks.
Barth Gooks.
Just Pirate fans doing what Pirate fans do and taking advantage of the situation. And obviously, the situation that ended yesterday is not what we wanted, but it was a great time over the weekend.
I did say I wish we had a night game for the Super Regional. Well, Clip, as my dad used to say, be careful what you wish for, you might get it. We got our night game.
Yeah.
Who knew it would be at 10:30 at night?
I feel like I probably, talked too much about how rain had not affected anything.
And you know what? We had a perfect, it was too good to be true. There wasn't any rain in the regional.
6 full days.
Yes.
4 in the regional, 2 in the Super.
It was incredible. And going in Sunday, looking at the forecast, I was like, we are due. It's too good to be true. That was the talk of the whole pregame. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. They should delay this thing. Or they should have played. Honestly, they should have just kept it at noon.
Yeah.
If they had played it at noon, it would have been over before the rain came.
Aaron Fitt, enjoyed talking to him in the press box from D1 Baseball. He, ranted and raved to deaf ears about how dumb it is they didn't just play at noon. But
yeah. And I joke that
TV thing.
You're always the one in the press box doing the PA. Because I joke these games last twice as long. Do you get twice the pay? You always get stuck doing these games with these long rain delays, and you're a flat rate fee guy. I told you should have gone hourly.
That's funny. It's funny every time you say it.
I'm trying to give you some advice here. Don't take the flat rate. Go and assume you're going to have to be there longer, or you should be paid hazard pay or rain delay pay.
I think I got 78 cents an hour yesterday.
And at one point, got locked in a bathroom or something.
Or I locked myself in the bathroom. Everything was. Yeah.
So the struggle is real.
Oh boy, what a day! What a day! And we were saying, if ECU can win this thing, it will all make it worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
But they didn't. So, all right, let's take another break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up hour number 1. Got Mully planned for hour 2. Brian Bailey for hour 3.
I saw both those guys at Tiebreakers today at lunch. Mully and Bailey. They're up and at 'em. They're rolling. Bailey was in the same clothes he was in last night.
You saw Mully?
I did see Mully.
I was at lunch with you and I didn't see Mully.
Right after you left, he walked in. I was staying talking to Bram and Bailey.
Oh,
and
man.
then he came in. You totally missed it.
Well, I hate I missed them, but we'll talk to him coming up soon.
Yeah, we'll get him coming up. All right, take a time out. More to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
Hey guys, this is Kyra from Postcode Junction in Washington, where all your shipping needs come together. Did you know Postcode Junction is the only UPS, FedEx, and DHL shipping location in Washington? Postcode Junction is also the place for your Amazon returns. Need to ship a package the same day? Want to avoid the long lines at the post office? Come see us at Postcode Junction by 4:30 and we got you covered. Postcode Junction on 15th Street in Washington next to Tractor Supply. Go Pirates!
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. They thank you for your continued support and trust during these trying times. Many services can be done remotely and free pickup and delivery is available. As a Dell business partner and Apple authorized service provider, you can count on University PC Care for all your personal and business tech support needs. To make a remote appointment or to bring in your device for service at their Greenville or New Bern locations, call 558-1280 or go online at universitypccare.com.
Pirate Radio.
We're going to be bigger, faster, stronger, and older. That's always a good combination.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Barat.
All right, we are in mourning today as East Carolina's baseball season came to an end. Also, a bit hungover, whether you had alcohol or not. You are struggling.
Sleep. You could be sleep deprived.
Sleep deprived, yeah. Whatever it is, running on fumes on this
emotionally
Monday.
spent.
Because not just what happened yesterday, but you had Saturday, you had Friday. Yeah. You were still kind of catching up from the previous
the 4 days before.
So a lot of baseball, a lot of long nights and days at Clark Sinclair Stadium.
And it wasn't just the games for us. Of course, we're out there covering the practices the day before. Those were long days, very hot. But great, once again, great job by our Pirate Radio team. Thanks to Nathan, who's tuned in today, sent us a nice message. Says he's enjoying the show clip, and he said we're making the loss a bit more manageable. So he said,
we'll do what we can.
Yeah. So if we've done one thing today, hopefully it's done that.
Yeah, and we move on. We will hopefully. Troy D get some exit interviews with our Pirate Radio athletes at some point. But talk to them again.
I wanted to give the guys a cooling off period of the day and let them rest, but I do hopefully by the end of the week kind of do a wrap up with them this week. We'll see what's going on with their schedule later on this week, and we'll update everybody for one more Players Lounge baseball edition.
All of them played a key role in the Super Regional this weekend. Talked to Jake Agnos before the game, and he said he couldn't sit still, and I was like, well, bad news, Jake. It looks like there's weather coming, so you might be shaking for 6 or 7 more hours. And but he was fired up, ready to go, as everyone else was, and boys just couldn't get it done last night. Texas, I saw Troy. I didn't click on it because I don't care, but Texas is right now the favorite to win the College World Series with Tennessee. How about Tennessee getting booted?
It's wild. I mean, and that's the thing. You know, Tennessee coming in with the expectations that they should be there. That they're going to be the ones.
Mully's disagreeing with something we're saying. There's a shocker. He'll be on coming up at.
You guys.
What's the stat that number one hasn't won since, was it like 99, 2000, something like that? So that is a real stat. And it continues.
I do love the fact, because I even referenced if East Carolina can make it, we play Notre Dame, and you were like last week, well, hold on a second, they got to get through Tennessee, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, now I'm going to roll my eyes at you.
No, well, remember I just said it would be cool if East Carolina could play Notre Dame, and that would have been the matchup. If East Carolina had won, they would be playing Notre Dame in the first round of the College World Series.
Yep.
How awesome would have that been? We could have then done whatchamacallit impressions. Lou Holtz impressions.
Hey, we missed out on that.
Yeah, we could have had a week of Lou Holtz material.
Do you know the link between ECU and Notre Dame?
They swing their bats the same way we do.
Yeah, like I said, I missed out on that. Moving along.
I don't have time to work on this. This is freestyling.
Are you? You said you're still watching. Do you have a rooting interest?
No, I'm not. I said if I'm around and I'm by a TV, I'll put it on. I'm not. It's not. I'm not going to change my schedule for this.
All right. Do you have a rooting interest?
No. Well, actually, at this point, I don't really like Texas, but I do think it makes East Carolina look better if they lost to the national champion in the Super Regional.
Chandler's going horns up in there. We got a Texas boy. Richard says enjoyed the post-game press conference videos. Those are out, full, available, and I did as well because I wasn't there, but we were capturing those, and you can see every word, hear every word said by Texas, their players, also the East Carolina side.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Hey, guys, sorry. Can y'all shut up, please? I'm trying to sing The Eyes of Texas over here. Thank you.
Everybody be quiet when they sing.
Yeah, I missed that part. So I saw it online, and I knew everybody was joking. What exactly, y'all give me the story on that, on how they were trying to do that and what was going on with
Texas sings The Eyes of Texas after.
Oh, after the game. I saw, okay.
No, after the national anthem, before the game.
Because they do something after the game, too, I saw.
Probably the same crap.
Okay.
And I saw the guy recording it. It was the 24/7 guy, and he said The Eyes of Texas before the game. And there was a bunch of people commenting about how classless ECU fans were for making noise at a baseball game, for doing a purple gold chant.
This is not their home field.
And it just caught me way off guard. Like, wait a minute, what are we supposed to do while your team sings songs on the field?
I've said it before, I'll say it again. This damn Texas fan base is never going to make it in the SEC.
It's going to be
when the horns down in this.
If their candy asses can't handle East Carolina, they are in big trouble in Baton Rouge. Let me just say that.
It is going to be a rude awakening for those guys.
I am telling you, horns down's nothing compared to what they're going to be facing in the next couple of years.
Because I guess the Big 12 caters to them. They had the Longhorn Network.
Of course, they kiss their ass.
They made a penalty where if you do the horns down, you get penalized.
That's ridiculous.
And they walk on water in the Big 12. It is going to be completely
How do you think
different.
the SEC is going to handle that?
Oh, they're going to crush them.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, they're going to beat them.
Yes.
Then they're going to taunt them.
Yes.
And
I hope they do.
I do as well.
Oh, I'm going to be watching this with curiosity.
The Eyes of Texas?
I was going to say. I was trying to create a pun, but
for a school in the Big 12
with a Texas-sized grin on your face,
Texas Longhorns. The way that fan base got triggered this weekend over a horns down and then the Eyes of Texas being disrupted by a purple gold chant in Greenville, North Carolina, who's hosting the Super Regional.
So I asked, am I wrong here, or is this a baseball game and not freaking the Glee Club?
So you said they did it.
And there were people that yes, you are wrong. It's respect. And I was like, you are freaking insane. But then there were some Texas people we got people that take that stuff way too serious. We get it. It's a game. It's a great atmosphere. Keep doing what you're doing. So there were people on both sides.
Yeah. Wait, so you're telling me in the script when you were doing PA, everybody has to stand and be quiet for the national anthem.
Now, please remain quiet.
And then remain quiet
for the Eyes of
Texas.
We had a guy. Well, no, hell no, I didn't. That wasn't in there. But there was a guy that said, "Okay, so what if Army or Navy or Air Force was singing the national anthem?" And I said, dude,
that's the national anthem.
Texas is in the United States of America. We sang the national anthem. You're not a country. You're a crappy state like the rest of us.
And this is after the national anthem.
That's how delusional people are.
We don't have a problem with the national anthem. This is some song they do after that's over.
We did the anthem.
Yeah.
You're not a nation. You're a state. At that point, my head almost exploded. People really think they are that important because they were born in Texas. Because their parents had sex in Texas, and 9 months later, they were born, and because of that, they are godlike figures amongst us.
Tell me more how it works. Hey, they say things are bigger in Texas, including the anthems.
You better shut your mouth when the Eyes of Texas comes on.
Including the sensitivity.
Good grief.
Yeah.
That was insane to me.
Calm down, Longhorns.
Anyway.
A lot of short horns is what I thought.
So there's Texas. I tell you what, it was interesting. It was a new experience, Troy, getting Texas into Greenville. We talked about it when they came in, and we witnessed it as it happened.
I got a call from Robert Jones during the weekend.
Texas guy.
I know. And it was after my horns down photo went viral. I didn't. I was afraid he was going to give me a lecture, so I didn't take the call.
Have you talked to him?
No, I haven't. Younger Troy D would have died to get a call from Robert Jones, the greatest linebacker in ECU history. Old Troy D voicemails him.
We got Ghost Troy over here. Ghosting. Robert Jones.
I didn't take the call, and I hadn't checked my voicemail yet.
Ghosting an ECU Hall of Famer.
I did not want to get a lecture about, I've spent a lot of time in Texas, and that's not appropriate. Would you give the middle finger to somebody? You know, that's probably what he was going to say, and I just didn't want to hear it.
All right, Craig's got a good one to wrap up the hour. We'll do this with Mully, too. Rank the regional and super regional teams by most liked to least liked. Not based on performance, based on players, fans. Most liked, Coppin State, which kind of feels a bit, I don't know, because we beat them.
Yeah,
so
you kind of feel bad
but
for them. Like,
they also were in the jungle, hanging out on the megaphones.
They didn't create any animosity.
Got to go them one.
Yeah.
Number 2, Virginia, because they were pretty quiet and
had hardly any fans.
We're done pretty quickly. So, number 3, I like the Texas players, and I mean, I guess most of their fans. I would say Texas 3, Coastal 4.
Someone said the left fielder, I guess, finally got to him, all the guys in the jungle, and dropped a FU at the end of the game to the fans. But that's to be expected.
I don't really. Yeah, that happens. Coastal and Texas. That, I mean, depending on your personal. What happened to you out there with those fans? You can argue that one, but they both had animated fans.
Yeah.
And players. So, anyway. All right. Real quick, Atticus, our former intern Atticus, is on line 1.
Oh, my goodness.
What's up, Atticus?
What's going on, guys? I just wanted to add one thing to your point about that tweet with the Army-Navy thing. So, those obviously weren't 2 random schools they brought up. They said, what if Army-Navy was there during the national anthem? So are we equating Texas to the armed forces of the United States? Like, did I miss where Texas baseball team was storming the beaches in Normandy or something? Was fighting over in Vietnam? What on earth? How are we equating the Texas baseball team singing their alma mater to the United States naval forces?
Well, they're more like a militia down in Texas, I guess.
Unaffiliated. No, the branches of the military: Navy, Army, Air Force,
Coast Guard.
You got the Coast Guard.
Don't forget Space Force.
Space Force, reserves, and people born in Texas.
And Longhorn.
Yeah.
And the Texas Longhorn baseball team.
It's nuts.
As I said, I think if that's a tradition they want to do at their home field, go crazy.
And if they want to do it at Clark LeClaire, that's fine too. But we can do stuff
like
while
in football
they do
games. I think we play East Carolina's alma mater before the national anthem, if I'm not mistaken. It's our home game. We can do that. But you're also, if someone opposing fan base doesn't want to stand for our alma mater, I don't have a problem with that. It's not theirs; it's ours. You know.
I just thought it was bizarre for them to essentially, I mean, unless I misinterpreted it, they were equating the people in Navy and Army standing for the national anthem to Texas standing for the eyes of Texas.
I thanked every one of the fans there from Texas over this weekend for their service of being born in Texas. Thank you for being born in Texas.
Right. We need to get like a thin orange stripe or something.
Was this a small example of what Cowboy fans are like?
Oh, God.
The 8th branch of the military.
If the Dallas Cowboys was a university, would it be the Texas Longhorns?
I need to put the Cowboy fans on the front lines. Sorry, is that harsh? All right, Atticus, miss you, man. You doing all right?
What are you doing, bud?
Yeah, man. Well, I'm just currently working and sulking, so I was like, let me tune in. You know, misery loves company, so I'm tuning into the guys, see how they're sulking.
Where are you in, Charlotte?
Over the weekend in South End. I work at home. But, yeah, Clip, you said, how you doing? I texted you a couple times over the weekend. I guess, you know, you forgot you big-timed me. Revisionist history. But, yeah, I'm doing well, Clip.
Wow. So, Clip, I'm big-timing Robert Jones. You're big-timing intern Atticus. What's the deal?
It's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Atticus, you have to understand, buddy, that Clip Brock is the king of ghosting.
I am a pretty good ghost. I had a lot going on.
If it makes you feel any better, he only responds to 50% of my text to him. So, and I'm his boss.
Well, it's good to hear from Chandler, someone who does text me back. So, Chandler, you're doing well.
What's up, buddy? Good to hear from you.
Atticus,
Chandler had plenty of time on his hands. Clip was a little busy.
Yeah, line's getting fuzzy. We'll have to let you go.
All right, good talking to you guys.
See you, bud.
See you, bud.
See you, man.
There is
one of our great alums here at Pirate Radio. Let's stand and recognize him now.
Funny guy.
As we play The Eyes of Pirate Radio. The Eyes of Pirate Radio.
All right, Troy D. We got through this hour.
Yeah, this has actually made me feel good.
Me too.
Like, I feel better than I did an hour ago. Honestly, like, I know Nathan sent that, but I feel like if other people feel good too, that's good. But like, this was good for us.
A lot of you have joined us in this funeral for Pirate Baseball 2022.
What did you say in the break? Because I said our numbers online have been popping. I mean, this has been a huge show for us. What did you say?
East Carolina Carolina baseball must have been a popular kid because everybody showed up to the funeral today. And
we're having
to pay their respects.
Eulogy for this team. But what a great ride, and they'll be well remembered.
In lieu of flowers, just hit the like button. We'll accept those.
Yeah, or join the Pirate Club.
Yeah, do that too.
Yeah. For all you people that got shut out of tickets, this is the time to join the Pirate Club now. Go ahead and start building up your ranks so you're not shut out next time.
And bring by a plate of food, too, like they do when folks die in the South, because I could use a casserole tonight.
Give us your likes and your food.
All right. Mike Mullis on deck. We'll talk to him. Troy, we'll see you Thursday.
Yeah, I'll see you Thursday at 5.
All right. Sounds good. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
It's back. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, presented by Bud Light, is back on Thursday, September 1st. Before the Pirates host the Pack on Labor Day weekend, Pirate Radio will once again be throwing the best party of the year to help kick off football season. Come join us to celebrate the start of Pirate Radio's 20th football season, as we'll be joined by this year's entertainment, The Breakfast Club. Enjoy your summer, and we'll see you Thursday night, September 1st, at the State Theater in downtown Greenville. We are Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
The only way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above. Jersey Mike's would like to dedicate the next 3 seconds to our new grilled portobello mushroom and Swiss sub. Trust us, it tastes good too, because fresh ingredients make a sub above.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting pirates.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for all your laboratory testing needs. If you are in need of COVID testing for your return to school, work, or for travel, Arc Point Labs is offering same-day PCR and antigen testing with little to no wait time. Please visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or make an appointment now at onehourcovidresults.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has answers. Give him a call today at 347-1857. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a crap Monday. Trying to take a picture of a cool stat to use at Sports Trivia, but I missed it. Mike Mullis joining us in the Pirate Radio studios.
Hey, buddy.
Youngest NFL MVPs of all time. Jim Brown twice, Lamar Jackson, Dan Marino, and Patrick Mahomes. Time to switch gears to football. I'm done with baseball. Mike Mullis is never done with baseball. He'll be logged into Omaha. We got games. We got a game starting right now, Mully, that we can watch, actually. I'll put it on for you. Mully, have you watched Top Gun recently?
Yeah.
What, the new one?
Yeah.
When did you see it?
Last week.
Was it good?
I mean, yeah, it was good.
Okay. I asked because you were giving me a lot of goose.
No, it was good.
I
took my sons to see it, and they had not seen the first one, and I think that's critical to get the full experience. But no, it was it's a good movie.
Did Goose come back to life for the second
one? Well, no, that would have been a little too hokey.
Yeah,
but we did have a rooster.
Was he in the first? I haven't seen those.
Yeah, no, rooster.
Okay. All right. I need to rewatch the first.
Yeah, you do.
But I was in Communicado with Mike Mullis last night, trying to give you updates.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out how to time it out. We had a group that kind of broke out and got something to eat, and I knew we were probably in trouble when we saw Meador and the guys come walking in at the restaurant we were at. So I'm like, well,
I got that yesterday in the jungle. Like, well, if you're out here, that means nothing's happening for a while. And I was like, yeah, sorry. And it is funny. We kind of make fun of it, but like, we don't know anything just because we're there. We're kind of waiting on JJ is in on the meeting. He relays to Malcolm. Malcolm relays to us. So I tried to give you what I knew. Unfortunately,
it was typically a little ahead of what was out there. It literally was all a planning thing. Like, all right, do we go pick something up, bring it back, sit out here and eat? But it ended up working out great. We went and had time to get food and a few other provisions to bring back and ride it out. And there were quite a few of us that made it to the final pitch.
How'd you operate Friday with graduation and baseball?
Graduation was the focus, and you guys were sending me some numbers during the watch party. Quite frankly, it was once we kind of got into the flow of graduation. I walked around to the restroom, and they had two TVs on above the concession stand that had the game on.
Nice.
So that worked out that I could kind of peek around and get some updates. And it was pretty impressive out in the parking lot. You could get the crowd noise and all, So, I mean, if you look, man, and I know everybody's a little deflated today, and I don't even know that down is the right word. I think tired is the right word. It's been an emotional ride for the last month. And you can make the argument for the last 3 months since the guys went on the run they did. But look, man, we should be absolutely celebrating what these dudes did. It was, it was crazy. And I like to look at the stats of opposing teams that I don't know a whole lot about. And with graduation, everything going on, I didn't really look at the Texas stats, but I did take some time to look at them since then. And I think it's important to note. Texas finished 5th in the Big 12, but the split between the 5 spot and the 1 spot was 2 games. They led the Big 12 in offense and pitching and led the country in defense. And the Big 12 this year was the number 2 league RPI. So, I mean, just crazy numbers when you go back and look at them. They scored 536 runs opposed to our 440.
Yeah.
740 hits opposed to our 644.
I saw after the Friday game their fans saying we are wasting the best offensive season in Texas history.
That
was after they lost the first game.
They slugged it at 560 compared to 446. 128 home runs compared to our 77. And 501 RBIs compared to our 392.
And it was nerves time when they got back to the top of the order, but you couldn't even settle when they were on 6, 7, 8, 9.
So the 9-spot guy, he's 102 strikeouts. But he's also got, 17 home runs and was still hitting just under 300. And I think that kid's a freshman, the shortstop.
Faltini.
So he's supposed to be the out in the lineup. But when he gets on and you flip that lineup to 1, 2, 3, 4, well, really 1 through 8, there was a lot of concern.
Their 8-hitter Campbell, I think, had been struggling a little bit. He hits the home run and the walk-off on Saturday.
And he had 7 home runs coming into it.
Yeah.
But, you're talking about listen, offensively, I don't know that anybody can stop them for the length of Omaha. I just don't know that they can be held. And look, our pitching staff did a great job against Melendez for all practical purposes. I mean, the guy is just a monster. And, he had a couple home runs, but I felt like every time he came up, it was like, put him on. Just put him on. Let's don't even take a chance with him. But the problem was the kid behind him.
4-hole hitter.
Yeah, could freaking rake.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're a good club, man. I don't know. I don't know that they're not as good as anybody that'll be in there. You gotta know offensively they're going to be as good as anybody in Omaha. It's just going to be, whether or not their pitching can hold up. And but I mean, I think it's got to be understood by the fans and us as supporters of the program. Again, what we saw happen this year is to be celebrated and certainly not to be, for lack of a better word, mourned. Yeah, it sucks, but I think we're all just tired. I mean, it's just been, like I said, when you have those emotional highs, they're super euphoric and they feel great, but those lows are equally as devastating.
Yeah, and each weekend went the distance. You had to go an extra day against Coastal Carolina. Yep. You had to go 3 for Texas, and that third was literally a 12-hour day at the ballpark. That's right. For people.
That's right. So I mean, what a great run, what a great season. It's now it quickly shifts to concerns of who's going to be back next year from top to bottom. Does God darn, does the transfer portal get anybody? I mean, who knows? You just don't know in today's world of college athletics, but I'm sure that the staff has a plan in place, and we'll see how it all shakes out.
Mike Mullis joining us on you need to take that call?
No, I'm good.
All right, he's good. Busy man. Mully, you've played and coached in more games than I have, but I've watched more games than the average man. And the great thing about sports is the best reality TV. You really don't know what's going to happen, but you have a big enough sample size to think or hypothesize on what's going to happen. Saturday, when you blow a 7-2 lead, Chandler already brought it up, and a lot have, that this was it. This was our day. Even Cliff Godwin brought it up.
Yeah.
We had to get that one. Yeah, how deflating is that? Obviously, you're going to go out, play your ass off the next day, but
it's tough.
That feeling kind of gets over you, right? That was our game. That was it.
And I'm going to tell you, this is one thing with the postseason that I really do not like. I feel like if you're the higher seed, you should be the home team, and I feel like it's a huge difference on Saturday trying to figure out how do I get a run and 3 outs. Because you feel like it's going to be nearly impossible to hold these guys scoreless for 6 outs. And, we kept looking at, I'm going, okay, we get through in the 7th, we get through, we have to make the change, but we get through the 3, they're 1, 2, 3. And then it's like, okay, we could face 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and not have to face the top again. Well, a hit here, the ball, the double play ball that hits Terwilliger or hits the rubber, whatever it hits, that kicks to the right. Next thing you know, that turns into a 3-run home run. The ball that hits A-back's glove.
Yeah,
you start looking at and quite frankly,
Moylan had one where he makes the tag and the ball flies out.
Yep. And then and then in right field, JC hits the ball in the park, comes back out, has kind of a tough read on a ball that he maybe plays it into something that it didn't have to be. But, we got to remember our kid's a freshman. We also have to remember that the noise of the jungle is impactful both ways, and the feeling of having those people right behind you makes that wall feel a little closer than it is. And, that ball gets away from him. Those are the things, we had played virtually perfect baseball for how many games? And then things kind of got away a little bit. And then the moment got really, really big. So, I mean, but, man, what an amazing effort that the guys put up. And I don't know anything else that Cliff and Coach Knight, Coach Palumbo, I don't know anything else they could have done to manage that pitching staff, to get anything else out of them. I do think, I don't know if you picked up on this or maybe this was just me hoping to see it. When Cooch comes in, in the ninth, and I think that was a nod to him from
lifetime achievement.
Yep. And he gives up the home run, but then it's like he grabbed another gear. It was like, wait a minute, Cooch is back. Why could we? He punches out the next two guys, and he's his velocities go from 78, 82 to 84, 88, and it's like, man, dude, maybe whatever tripped. I wish it would have tripped a little quicker, but it was good to see him go out on a positive note.
Cooch gone, Bryson Worrell, Ben Newton. So what about Agnos? I mean, he lived on base yesterday and throughout this postseason. What's the stock on Zach Agnos?
I mean, it's hard to answer. He is a extremely good college baseball player. When you try to maybe project him, I don't know. And again, there's guys that get paid lots of money to look at the analytics and the different measurables. To the eyeball test, you're like, man, somebody's got to give that guy a chance.
Yeah, there's other shortstops around the country that have more home runs. If you look at the power numbers.
And I don't think he's a shortstop at the next level. I think he probably moves to the other side of the bag.
Yeah.
But he is a really good baseball player. And the growth that we've seen him have has been tremendous. And from last year to this year, but moreover, from the first third of this year to the last 2/3 of this year, what he did, I mean, he just became like, all right, he's going to get on. And then, who's going to get 2 strikes on him and put something in play? And then Worrell's going to have a chance to hit a ball out of the park or hit a ball hard or lay a bunt down and beat it out. I mean, it kind of
set the table.
And then, and I think, Jenkins Cowart was huge for that. And then, the offensive production from the back half of the lineup was a little spotty. But man, there's some youth down there too, and it just is what it is. I think the other thing that, man, Ben Newton, and we talked about it before, Ben Newton behind the plate just really had to work himself to death to get to where he was at the end of the year. But moreover, his approach at the plate became a lot more refined, where it wasn't an effort to do anything more than he could do. He just wanted to go battle.
He was a 2-strike foul tipping son of a gun.
Yeah, he would run pitch counts up, and man.
Now yesterday, Igo said because Newton had some trouble catching the ball, and Igo said he went away from the glasses, and somebody said that they were probably fogging up. Something.
I would think so with that humidity.
Yeah,
he a little bit. Yeah, when we came back from the rain delay, he had a couple, but I mean, look again. What they did was unbelievable, and we, it's so hard as a fan base, but we need to really enjoy that. You kind of made the analogy of a funeral, and I get where you're going with that, but this is the celebration of the year that was.
Some funerals are celebrations of life,
and it just didn't end up the way that. Did you hear how defensive you got right there?
Yeah.
And I was trying to give you an out.
Sometimes, Mully, when you're here,
you need some rest.
I'm in the corner, and you're tagging me.
And whose fault is that? I'm not. Was there a tag anywhere in there? Not a single.
Oh, these butt boys are all going to agree with you, and not me.
There was not.
Look at this. Crap.
There was nothing. I was trying to offer you the fact that this was more of a celebration of the year that was than it is.
We're on the same page.
Jesus, you are so testy.
This segment was going so good.
What did I do?
I don't know who's more touchy-feely, him or Troy D at a tailgate.
All right, let's take a break. Can you stick around another segment?
Yeah. I guess I can stay. Is that a shot at me?
You're a busy guy. That's a compliment. All right, more with Mully. We got him riled up now. This will be good.
Let's go, baby.
All right, more to go.
Smoke.
As UConn.
That's a catch. Oh, he brought it back in the park.
He dribbled it. UConn has a 3-0 lead and runner nobody out. Good grief. Second and third up 3-0, nobody out. Back with more after this.
America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times at the pool, river, beach, or backyard grilling, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there is fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this summer, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facilities staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
Experience next-level adventure with Kawasaki Teryx KRX 1000 sports side-by-sides featuring a combination of trail-taming power, sporty performance, and rugged capability. Whichever Teryx KRX 1000 model you choose, you'll experience the ability to take on the toughest trails with unmatched comfort and confidence. Kawasaki Teryx KRX 1000, your world, your adventure. See them today at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Your power's out. There's a water leak. What do? For these and other utility-related emergencies, you need service, and you want it fast. There are two things you can do to get the quickest response if you're a GUC customer. First, you can call the hotline at 1-855-767-2482 and report any utility-related emergency. That number is also on GUC.com. Or second, you can give GUC your phone number. The hotline process is quickest when their account records have your current phone number. Service you can count on. Greenville Utilities.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
This is Touchdown Tony Collins, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Mike Mullis joining us in the Pirate Radio studios. Things getting a little testy, but everything's fine. We're good.
What's testy?
That right there, that tone.
This is you've been around Troy way too much.
You think so?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? All right. Mully, do we have anything else to say about this weekend?
No, great year. I mean,
how was your interaction with Texas folks?
It's fine. There was a couple with young children walking through the tailgate lot, and we stopped them and told them about the weather, and they were very thankful and stood and talked for a little bit and turned back around and said they've had a great trip to Greenville. And
you want to know what kind of guy I am?
I think I know. This isn't the first time we've met.
Friday.
You're the kind of guy that's going to tell us how good of a guy you are that makes you a narcissist. You have been around Troy too much.
You got me there. Friday after the first game, and I was not doing this just because ECU won. I'm doing this because it's the kind of guy I am. Went to AJ's to get some takeout. There was a Texas family sitting there, and I said I would walk by them and kind of head nodded. And on the way back, I said, "I hope you enjoy your time in Greenville." And they all said, "Thank you."
I tell you, man, that makes you what a great guy.
You're welcome.
I mean, that's a class act if there's ever been one.
I agree.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good for you.
You're being sarcastic.
No, I'm not.
You should be saying,
man, that's awesome.
I wish more people were like you.
I wish there were more people like you, Clip.
We got that on tape. We'll use that forever. In fact, Shirley, can we put that in the open? All right, so had some fun with some dumb and smart Texas fans over the weekend.
Yeah, I think it's like anything else. I'm sure they went home and said, "Man, most of those folks were really nice," but there was those idiots that were, carrying on, getting a little carried away late in the game yesterday, and you could see it getting a little dicey. And the crowd kind of more in right field, a fairly isolated group.
On Saturday, 2 Texas fans got booted. I witnessed it with my own 2 Texas eyeballs.
Well, then I think a Pirate fan went right behind them, right? That was kind of the whole deal.
I didn't see them get escorted, but I know it was Texas versus East Carolina, and I can pretty much assume the ECU fan was not being a stand-up individual.
Sure. So it's just part of it.
Yep, it is. All right. Boy, UConn has got them loaded up, 1 out, as they are trying to take down Stanford. And
there's a double play ball.
Too slow.
The runner?
Yeah, well, I was talking about the ground ball.
You didn't have to say that.
But I meant the runner.
That's the old pitcher's best friend.
That's a big one there, Mully. It's 3-0, but God, that could have been a lot worse.
Did you see the stands? I think there's a grand total. There cannot be 500 people there.
Some good old golf clapping going on. I heard something about the stands at Boshemer yesterday, too, Mully. Did you see that?
No.
Not a lot of Tar Heel folks supporting their squad yesterday.
That's unfortunate.
And the Pig Suey folks were.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And they're the kind of the Pig Suey crowd shows up and it's like 3 for 1. You count them in like dog years, because they're loud. They're, you know what I mean? They have a lot. I tell you who has a lot going on. Texas A&M, and their football, they have all the chants and all the different stuff. But their baseball crowd, they had a lot going on the whole time. I mean, it was...
who'd they play?
A&M had Auburn. Is that right?
I don't recall. I didn't watch any of that.
And they're all running together.
A&M has advanced.
A&M has advanced.
Who's there now? I'll Google it up.
You've got Texas, Notre Dame, A&M, Arkansas. I know have punch tickets.
And then coming up later today,
Oregon State may have punched a ticket.
No, they play later today.
Okay, so
because Coach O can never come home.
You know what's funny is their game yesterday ended before our game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, because it was late.
It was a late one. All right, boy, this and we talk about it with you every week, but this 54 Live Series golf.
Wow, what an impact!
So they had their first tournament this past weekend, right?
Yeah, and Charles Schwartzel cashed a check for $4.75 million.
And like 100,000 people watched it on, or no, it was like 75,000 or something.
I watched very, very little bit of it through a stream thing, but it was just I just logged in to take a look at it, and I thought, the scoreboard was kind of cool. I was trying to look at the leaderboard, but they have the team deal on the side, and then when they show the individual, it pops out from the team. It's kind of cool.
What's the team aspect of it?
I don't know.
There's one winner.
Right, and the team that won it, that was how Schwartzel's $750,000 came from being part of the winning team. The $4 million came from being the overall sole winner.
Okay, 10-4.
But no, it's Phil arrived today at the Open, U.S. Open being this weekend. So I think he had a presser this morning at like 10 o'clock or so. But I'm curious to kind of hear the sound bites coming out of that. I'm sure he was very scripted, but it's funny to me, Phil's kind of changed his look, like he literally is playing the villain. I don't know if I said that to you before, but he's got the gruff, and obviously he's been a white guy that wears the all black, and he the big kind of hokey sunglasses. But he is kind of playing the part.
So is it U.S. Open week?
Yeah,
I believe it is, because Justin Thomas, he said you can't go anywhere without bringing up the Live tournament, or the whatever the
Live is what they're going.
All right, Live. He said it's sad. This is the U.S. Open. It's an unbelievable venue, a place with so much history, and the story.
Look at that! Did you see that? Right fielder just played that ball into a double on a very, very routine ground ball. That's the kind of stuff that drives you crazy.
What,
when you got it didn't even bobble it. Hopefully they'll re-show it. Or replay it. It's a very routine single to right, and it literally he just botches it. Here we go. Nothing to it. Oops.
Good grief. I love
that's terrible.
Love ECU's black uniforms, but old man rant. Home team wear white, road team wear gray, and let's play.
I don't disagree with you. What'd you think about the white spikes?
This black on blue is terrible. This is an eyesore if I've ever seen one.
What'd you think about the white spikes?
It was fine on Friday.
You know what? I had a feeling when we returned to
You brought this up when? It was before Friday.
Thursday.
You said they got some new white spikes.
Yeah, broke out some white spikes.
I said, I hope maybe they're just for practice.
Yeah, because they were at practice. I'm like, they got no white spikes.
Yeah.
I really thought we got back to the ballpark last night, you may see a bunch of black spikes. I really thought they may just kind of try to, shake it up. But, it's a different generation too, man. These guys like the white spikes and whatever. And I whatever, if it makes you feel good. And, I used to be a ardent black spike guy, like black spikes. That's it.
All right. So when I was a kid, the A's had whites.
Yeah.
And was there one other team? Or was it only A's?
Man, I don't know.
Help me out.
I would have
now everybody wears whatever the heck they want to.
No, everybody's got a deal.
Yeah.
I had a pair of white spikes one year. They were kangaroos. They were roos with that's the other thing I missed with baseball spikes, the tongue.
Oh,
the tongue on the.
Yeah.
And I had I had a pair of Nike I had several pairs of Nike Cornerstone turf shoes. That's kind of what I wore to school. But they had the tongue on them anyway. The tongue's gone.
Mo, what was your all-time favorite glove?
Probably the Pudge model.
We're talking catcher's mitt.
Yeah, it's a little smaller, but yeah.
What was your go-to batting glove?
I didn't wear them often. It would have to be really cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were no batting glove guy.
No gloves.
All right.
Yeah.
Little Charlie Hustle out there.
No gloves. No, I did not. I was just never really. I wasn't good enough to be showy. So I figured I better just play hard and try to leave the field dirty.
I want to say I thought it was Frank Thomas, but now that I think about it, I think it might have been Ricky Henderson. I had some ugly neon green gloves.
With the pads on the back of them? God, those are awful.
I know they were, and I had a pair.
But I could see you being the athlete that you are, that those would they fit your. I mean, Ricky. When I think of Ricky Henderson, the next person I think of is Clip Brock out there stealing bags.
What are you laughing at, Chandler?
Stealing bags, turning singles to doubles, scoring from first on a base hit.
One thing we do have in common, we love ourselves, and that's very important.
You and Ricky.
I love me.
Correct.
Ricky loves Ricky.
He is the greatest. He was happy to hold up the third base bag and tell the world,
"This is Ricky's bag.
I am the greatest."
All right. Anything else with Mully?
No, I mean, I'm whatever.
What is? I have not. The Braves can't lose. I don't know if you've been following Major League Baseball.
No,
I've been following the Braves, and that's it. They are on a crazy win streak right now.
10 or 12?
Yeah. And have cut it to 5.5.
That's the thing. They couldn't win, and now they can't lose. It's just it's a game of runs. I mean, in a bunch of ways, it's a game of runs of stringing them together and then banging it around.
Phillies had won 9 in a row. They lost yesterday, so they are 30-30 on the year.
Be interested to see the Maddenless Angels, how they.
I was going to bring him up. Did you see the story where he cut his hair into a mohawk to try to change things in the clubhouse and never got to show it to him because he got fired before he could show up with the mohawk?
Easy fix. Just shave the hawk off. Yeah, she gone. You know what, Madden may be a dude that ends up tie-dyeing that, and you see him down at Huntington Beach rollerblading, and, nothing would surprise me.
So you got LaRussa, Baker still in, a lot of older managers. Those are the main two, but Joe Madden, he's going to come back, right? I
doubt it.
You think that's
maybe as a consultant? Maybe so did you see LaRussa's move the other day facing Trey Turner? White Sox playing the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman on second base. 1-2 count to Trey Turner, and LaRussa decides to put Turner on. 1-2 count, 2 strikes Put him on, and Freddie Freeman's like, "What just happened?" And then the shortstop from Chicago comes over. And he's got his back to the camera, and he's like, you can tell he's got his head down. So Freddie, they're talking anyway. Walks off. Well, Max Muncy's on deck. I don't know that I want to walk. I don't know who you walk
with 2 strikes
to face anybody in that Dodgers lineup.
Yeah.
So Max Muncy comes up to the plate with a little spit in his eye, 3-run home run.
Yeah,
and crosses home plate. He's like, now why? This was profanity laden, but basically, why would you walk Trey Turner with 2 strikes to get to me?
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy.
I saw this has been a week or two now, but there was a game where was it the Mets and the Dodgers when Showalter? There was a team trying to put in a position player, but there's a rule that you can't do it unless it's like a 7-run game, something like that. Anyway, it was another example of Buck Showalter knowing the rules better than anyone else in the ballpark, and he called him out on it, and the umps were like, yeah, you can't make this pitching change now.
Can't put the guy in unless there's a 7-run.
I believe that is what it is. I will look it up.
Buck's got one on me.
But that is not the first time that's happened. Buck Showalter, that's been several times where he knew a rule or something that helped his team win or give him an advantage.
You know what? If you're a manager of a Major League Baseball team, it should be an expectation that you would know the rule book inside and out. Because that's like your deal. That's like if I'm a golfer, I want my caddy to know the rule book. Like, I need to know it, but the caddy needs to know like every little intricacy that may be able to help me out there. Because in golf, there's so many.
All right, why the umps would not let the Dodgers make a pitching change. It prevents a team from using non-pitchers with a deficit of 5 runs.
Oh, I did hear about that. He was going to put the position player in.
Yeah. Dave Roberts was going to do it, I guess was said to do it, and Buck Showalter said, no, you cannot do that. So,
and that's strategy for the next night, so that keeps you from burning an arm.
Give us another arm.
And I'm sure that who Dave Roberts was going to make the change. I'm sure Dave was like, man, that's pretty obscure, man. That's a good catch. I wonder how long that's been a rule. I would imagine that's something that's relatively new. But I could be completely wrong. I don't know.
Buck knows it inside and out. Mully, thanks for joining us today, man.
Yeah, man, enjoyed it.
In this celebration of life of Pirate Baseball 2022.
Yeah, and congrats to them, and congrats to Pirate Nation for enjoying a great ride and really supporting that program. I was amazed at the number of people that were in that stadium at 10:15, 10:30 last night.
You talked to a lot of people from the opposing side. Did you talk to any Texas officials or any coaches?
No, really okay. Didn't have a need. They're a little bit out of our ability to service range, but they
the previous week you talked to folks who were
we're regional,
glowing reviews of Clark LeClaire, what ECU does. So.
But I think the statements made early on by their coach, however they were perceived, kind of created a little edge to this thing that was gonna explode at some point, and I think it probably built fences that didn't need to be built around their fan base and our fan base and that type of thing. But again, we got through it. Fans are fans. There were no there didn't appear to be any significant situations. Arguably, one beer poured on one player, so I think that's we'll move on.
All right, Mully. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Mike Mullis joining us to kick off the week here on Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a timeout, come back. Got some Cliff Godwin audio for you after the game, his comments after the Pirates lost the Super Regional here in Greenville. We'll hear that and get you on into Hour 3 when we return after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
You know, everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. But the good news is, you know, we're getting vehicles from the factory every single week. So what the customer can do is come in, get an appraisal on their trade-in if they have one. They can pick a vehicle that's incoming and actually kind of build it how they want. And then when it gets here in the next 6 to 8 weeks, they're actually taking delivery of a new vehicle.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. Summer is upon us and I want to invite you to attend our CG23 Youth Camp here at East Carolina University. We will offer 3 sessions of camp. All camps will be held at Clark LeClaire Stadium and campers will get baseball instruction from the ECU baseball staff and players. Campers will play games each day and each camp ends with our famous Pirate Slip and Slide. Full day and half day sessions offered. For more information, visit cliffgodwinbaseballcamp.com. See you there and go Pirates!
Hey, Be More! The Orioles 2022 Birdland Summer Music Series presented by Miller Lite kicks off Friday, June 17th with Flo Rida. After the O's take on the Tampa Bay Rays, stay for the post-game concert and watch Flo Rida perform live from the infield. The concert is free to all fans who attend the game, with the option to add special on-field access. With hit singles like My House and his latest single, Wait, what better way to watch Flo Rida perform live at Camden Yards on June 17th? Buy tickets now at Orioles.com/music.
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free.
Sure, your choice.
Really?
Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Hey Wood Ducks fans, be sure to purchase your single game tickets online at woodducksbaseball.com or by calling our front office at Granger Stadium. Advanced ticket prices for Sunday through Thursday are just $7. Friday and Saturday tickets are $12. Do you have a big group? No problem. Book your group tickets by contacting our front office now. We hope to see you out at Granger Stadium all season long. Let's go Woodies! Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to celebrate graduation with Wings Over by ordering a large tray of wings, tenders, and waffle fries. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
This is Brian Packard, ECU former baseballer. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner. Give them a call today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Said I was done with baseball, and here I am with it on, so I'm turning it. But looks like Stanford and UConn are in for the long haul. You get to these day threes, you're going to see a lot of runs on the board. It is 3-2 UConn, and they just got out of the first inning, so they're going to put up some runs. One game later in the Coach O Regional, Super Regional there in Corvallis, Oregon State taking on who, Chandler? Who are they playing? Help me out.
Auburn.
Is that right?
That's what Shirley said.
All right, I'll go with it. Coach O will hopefully make his way back to Greenville at some point soon. He has been stuck in Corvallis for well over a week now. And you are correct, Shirley. It is the Auburn Tigers. All right. So there was karaoke going on in the jungle last night during the delay.
Yeah.
We were credit to Casey Singer. ECU handles the game day sounds you hear at Clark LeClaire. He played music for like 7 straight hours, and it was a no repeat rock block weekend at Clark LeClaire. And I came over the mic a couple times and I said, "You're listening to Clark LeClaire FM playing the hits and stuff." And then I said, "You have a request? We'll take it now." And people started cheering because there was like 100, 200. I don't know how many people were in the stands, but and they started cheering. And I was like, "Just kidding," and they quickly booed. But I was like, we could do this. So I put use the hashtag Club Clark LeClaire to request your song. And we had people requesting it, and we were playing some of their requests. So.
I missed that yesterday because the cell service out in the jungle was terrible over the weekend.
Well, everything broke down
with all the people, but that's pretty cool with your interaction with the fans and stuff, especially during a 7-hour rain delay.
Nuts.
Which was par for the course in Greenville, and we talked about it last week how we had gotten through the regional with no bad weather. Well, hey. Greenville's hosting a super regional and take it to game 3, and that's when it happens. So, awesome weekend. Just hate the Pirates didn't pull it through.
Shirley, you would remember this more so than anyone else here. There's a great documentary on Woodstock 99, and I saw the videos and what was going on at Clark LeClaire during that delay, and it reminded me of that because you had mud pits and kids sliding in the mud, and everything had kind of broken down, and everybody was getting a little ornery, and the only thing we were missing was Red Hot Chili Peppers playing while there's a fire going on and everybody freaking out and mass panic happening.
And
but
food running out, and drinks running out. And
although credit to ECU, the concessions were open. I got some of the chicken tenders during the long delay, and they were actually good. So kudos to those folks.
Concessions. There was one time this was during the regular season, I believe. Someone had a burger, and that burger looked like one of the best burgers I've ever seen. And they were like, "Yeah, I got it from the concession stand." So I never did get a chance to try the burgers out at Clark LeClaire, but there's always next year.
There you go. So credit to everybody who played a role, whether you be on the field, administration, fan,
one more thing,
service worker, whatever you were doing.
I was going to say one more thing about the concession stands. The lines moved very quickly. You weren't in line for very long. Because I got Saturday when I got to the game, the line looked really long when I first got there. They had 2 separate, if you wanted beer sales, they had a separate line for that, away kind of off to the side of the concession stands on the concourse. so you had that, and then those that wanted just sodas, popcorn, that kind of thing, they had their normal concession line, and I wasn't in line for more than maybe 10 minutes, and it was quite long when I got in there. They were moving them pretty quick. So kudos to the concessions folks for being not just efficient in terms of not running out of things, but also keeping everybody moving and not having to stand in line for so long.
Yeah, great to see that the stadium and the folks who operate it can handle such a huge weekend, numbers we haven't seen before when it comes to ECU baseball, and everything go on. And man, that back and forth Friday and Saturday too was awesome, even though ECU came up short on Saturday. You're talking about just clutch performances on both sides. Great players making great plays. Jacob Starling
in the sky,
with 2 outs, dinger to tie it. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah, and this was. I mean, we've had plenty of Greenville regionals. This was our first super regional in Greenville. We've had one in Kinston. I'm telling you, I believe that this is the start to having some more in the future. I can't wait for the future of ECU baseball, and I can't wait to do it again, because I mean, this fan base has been waiting for this, and they showed out this weekend.
Well, I tell you what, as much accolades as the Jungle got, and they deservedly so. They were loud and they were rowdy, and at times affected the play of Texas, especially in that first game. Section 208, I want to give them a shout out, because I was in Section 208 on Saturday, and man, were they loud, were they rowdy. I mean, they were banging on the bleachers just as hard as they could go, and they were living and dying by every pitch, because we were arguing that the umpire's strike zone was more like a Picasso painting than because it was just all over the place. And
well, then yesterday it was completely different.
Yeah,
I feel like the strike zone was about this
that
big.
Yeah, no, the guy on Saturday, it was like here 1 second, here the next second. We were like, where is his strike zone? We can't even figure it out. But when Jacob Starling hit that home run, I cheered so hard and so loud that I actually came very close to passing out from lack of oxygen. I did, because I got so excited I literally forgot to breathe for a second, and I got a little woozy, had to hang on to the guy that was standing next to me. He was a little woozy for different reasons, but yeah, it was very, very entertaining, a lot of fun, and so the folks up in the stands were just as loud and rowdy as the Jungle was, and it was, and just to hear the purple gold chant, people were talking about how it sounded like a football game. It really, really did. I mean, it was loud.
If you were going to go, that Starling home run would have been a good one to go on, because not a lot of good stuff happened after that.
No,
that was pretty much the pinnacle of the weekend.
Yeah, that was pretty much where everything kind of went downhill.
And I was talking to Brian Smith over during that game, and we really believe that if you get out of here unscathed, don't give up a run, the Pirates will win. Because I mean, we had a feeling that the momentum was going to come back to them at the plate, and they never.
They just out of arms at that point. Had to go to a young guy who did all he could.
Well,
nearly got out of it.
Yeah, and you also
that was Shinkman.
Yeah, and you also knew it was only a matter of time before Texas's bats woke up. I mean, they had they had put some runs up on the board, but we had really just kind of gotten into their bullpen and really made them stretch some of their bullpen pitchers out. But you knew it was only going to be a matter of time before they were going to really start stroking the ball, and that's exactly what they did.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live on the way. We got Brian Bailey. We'll talk to him, recap the weekend from his perspective, and also got some audio from Cliff Godwin, the Pirate players as well, that we will pass along to you. And we'll cheer you up with a giveaway. We'll make you a winner here on this Monday. All that and more on the way on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Chandler, what are you up to tonight?
Jenny, it's Tuesday, and I'm going to go sing with DJ Captain Morgan for karaoke at The Buck.
Well, that sounds like fun. I have to work. Well, what are you up to this weekend?
Well, believe it or not, I'm going to go listen to some live music Friday and Saturday night at The Buck.
Live music all weekend long, really?
Yep, all weekend, and they also have the biggest high-definition screen to watch all the sporting events on Sunday Fun Day.
I'm going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, just check out The Buck on Facebook or Instagram for all the information. The Buck.
Temperatures are in the low 30s at 10 a.m., increasing sharply to 75 degrees by 1 p.m., and then dropping into the teens by 10 p.m. So before you go to work, put on some gloves, pack some shorts, and a parka. That should cover you for the day.
Your heating and cooling take a beating. Guarantee your system is ready when you need it. Call Delcor. Buy a new train system and make no payments until 2023. It's hard to stop a train. With inflation and high gas prices, you don't need another payment. So buy this month and make no payments until 2023. Delcor, the service professionals.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
Your first stop for shopping is at Shimmer Boutique. This is Ashley from Shimmer. We are fully stocked with the latest apparel, shoes, and accessories and more. If you need gift ideas or some shopping therapy for yourself, stop by today. Looking for the hottest shoes on the market? Shimmer has the biggest selection of Hey Dudes anywhere. Shimmer has the newest Yeti products and colors. Want this year's most popular bag? Shimmer has a great selection of all your bog bag needs and accessories. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, and Jacksonville.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar with daily specials. And here's the lineup. Mondays feature $7 margaritas and half-price appetizers. Tuesday is stuffed seafood night. Wednesday is date night. Thursday is roasted smoked lamb chop night. Fridays is prime rib night. And Saturday is Italian night and is also Fred and Wilma night with our 36-ounce bone-in tomahawk steak just like the Flintstones. And on Sunday, it's our legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Thinking about takeout tonight? Familia can make everything real easy for you with a great selection of Italian food and more. Visit FamiliaNC.com to see the full menu featuring pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts. Place your order online or call 689-6330 and Familia will have your order ready in their convenient drive-thru window for pickup. Finish up a busy day with a great dinner for yourself or your family from Familia. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center provides a variety of general and specialized operative, non-operative orthopedic Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Saw the U.S. Open tee times have been announced. You seen Harold's time? There it is.
It's like really early in the morning.
7:51 on Thursday and 1:36 on Friday. So we will be locked into HV3 coming up this weekend on the Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard presented by Dubbuck. Looking at what's going on around the scoreboard coming up tonight, it is game numero 5. Between
for the finals.
Celtics and Warriors. The Warriors a 4-point favorite at home tonight against Boston as they play in game 5. I've watched some of this. I have not followed it very closely with all the Pirate baseball and stuff going on. Where are we at with the Stanley Cup final? I
had to ask some hockey fans the other day.
So the Lightning beat the Rangers. What day was that? It was maybe Friday. Anyway.
And then Avalanche is playing who?
The Avalanche advance. They will play the Lightning in the Stanley Cup final, which will begin at some point this week, and I'll see if I can find a day. That would be Wednesday night, game 1 of the Stanley Cup final. And going on right now, you've got game 3, Super Regional, and I will try to find that score because I turned it off because I'm not watching college baseball anymore. That is my
So how many teams have punched their tickets so far?
3-2. UConn with the lead over Stanford in the second inning.
I know that there's all but 2 teams
6
left.
teams have punched.
Yeah, so there's 2 more teams that got to go in.
UConn playing Stanford right now, and later it'll be Auburn and Oregon State. That's 7:30 tonight on ESPN 2. So there's your scores on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dubbuck. Sorry, I'm in a bit of a haze because it is Hangover Monday here out of the ballpark late last night, as was Double B Brian Bailey. And Bailey, everybody who was out there last night on the Pirates is probably feeling a little groggy today. How you feeling?
Yeah, I tell you, it is a hangover. I mean, it's just, you feel like the wind just taken out of your sails. And there were so many positives this weekend, but the one big positive that everybody wanted, that Cliff wanted, that the team wanted, just didn't happen. And sometimes you have to wonder why do things happen like they do? But if you think back to this team and what they went through and what they did, I mean, it's an unbelievable accomplishment. They just didn't make it to Omaha, which is the ultimate prize, the ultimate goal. But it was really, just. When you look at the regional and the super regional and how the fans came out and supported this team, and just how magical the place was with all the tailgating going on and getting ready for the thing, and we almost went through 2 weeks without any rain until Sunday showed up. But it was just everything was. There was a lot of positives in the whole weekend. It just didn't turn out the way everybody wanted.
Yeah, really tempted fate going 6 full days of baseball without rain in the regional and the super regional, and then boom, it came, and that meant we were out there playing baseball after 1 a.m. last night at Clark LeClaire Stadium. Pirates lose 11-1 in game 3. Game 2, Bailey, that's the one we're all going to kick ourselves over. 9-8, Texas beats East Carolina, and it was yesterday before the game started. I think you were looking at another score, and you said something about 7-2, and you said, well, where have we heard that number before? And I said, man, I hope we're not looking back after this and saying 7-2 and that number having significance, but it will. That was the lead East Carolina had over Texas on Saturday, and man, you see Texas scored 2 in the 7th, 4 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th to win it, and felt it slip away.
Yeah, and it was just one of those things that when you're watching it in person and you're counting the outs and and Texas can score. And they've got I don't think I've ever seen an offensive ball club as good as that Texas team. I mean, they definitely could hit from 1 through 9 in the lineup, but you kind of knew, and I think it was just one of those deals where, all season long, the Pirate pitching, got them through, but it was like they were having to shift everything around. And you think about where we started. You think back to the first week in February of the season. And that Monday, I think, was media day, and Carson Wisenhunt was there, and everybody had a rotation of what you were looking at, and that rotation just changed so quickly, and it's changed throughout the season. And what Austin Knight and those guys were able to do is just really phenomenal to get as far as they were able to get. But if you had a Cam Colmore or Matt Bridges, out of the bullpen, what would have been different? But it just wasn't the right time. The timing wasn't right for some reason, and the Pirates are still looking for a chance to go to Omaha.
Yeah, Saturday was rough. Sunday got rough, and I wish if I had a time machine, Bailey, I tell you what, that little part where they came back from the 6-hour plus delay, whatever it was, and East Carolina's able to get out of the first, and then they've got, runners on the corners, nobody out, 3-0 count on Worrell. I'd love to rewind back to that moment because Worrell gets a pitch to hit, and he just missed it. He popped it up, but that could have gone a lot different. And if the Pirates answer there with 2 or 3, who knows if the game is any different or not, because the Pirates had come back all weekend. They came back Friday and won, came back Saturday, took a big lead, and looked like they might have been on their way late Sunday night.
Yeah, and it was one of those deals, too, where that 5 spot just, I think they were very much in the game down 4-0 and down 4-1. And as you said, a 3-0 pitch, and you're sitting there with one of your hottest hitter in the country, maybe, and do you let him swing 3-0? Well, yeah, because odds are he's going to put it in play somewhere, going to hit it hard somewhere. He just barely missed it and ended up with a fly ball, and then you kind of you go from there. You do get the 1 run that inning, but those 5 runs in the next frame, and then you're so much behind the 8 ball, and it was frustrating. I think for the players. I think for the first time in so many months, all of a sudden they started pressing a little bit, and that's a worst case scenario for that squad, because when they were loose, put loose and fancy free, man, they were really, really good. And what a 20-game winning streak, man! What a streak that was. Just watching those guys play, and I had a chance, privilege to be down in Florida with them for the American tournament. Watching those guys do what they did down there and taking care of business. And then some things I'll never forget, being at the NCAA announcements and seeing the look on their faces when they saw they were an 8 seed.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Seeing Cliff Godwin's face, because he had no idea. And then you get there. I think that's what's the worst part about the whole thing, is that everybody kind of knows that this was a really rare opportunity. Playing at home in a super regional, and you get every advantage as far as that goes. And but give Texas credit; they came to town, they sang their song, and they won the tournament.
They did. Brian Bailey joining us here today on Pirate Radio Live, and I'm interacted with some smart Texas fans that were fun, had a sense of humor. I interacted with a lot of dumb moron Texas fans over the weekend, Bailey. That, I tell you what, the arrogance level, it was shocking to me. I think it was almost worse than our neighbors to the west in Chapel Hill. A lot of them Texas folks, man, they think the world does indeed revolve around them. I don't know if you had any of those interactions this weekend, but I was quite alarmed by it.
One of the guys that, I won't say who it was, but one of the guys that we got a chance to talk to said that everybody in the state of Texas hates Texas. The people that went there.
There's like a wall around Austin, and if you're not, if you're on the outside of that wall, you hate them.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like, and they think a lot of their hook 'em horns. I always saw the hook 'em horns. Really didn't know the horns down deal until the last couple of years when it became more popular and the Big 12 did what they did, but had no idea that they took it so personally. But yeah, it was really, and it started with David Pierce before he even left Austin, talking about the jungle. And I think in talking to him after that, it seemed like that he was kind of in Austin at the time, kind of relaxed, talking to his reporters, didn't think it would go viral, which it did. And then when he got here, he backed way off of it, and he was very complimentary of Cliff and the program and the atmosphere and everything. But give this club credit, man. They can hit the baseball.
Credit where credit is due. This is an insane stat, Bailey. Texas has been in the College World Series more times than the College World Series has been played without Texas in it. 38 appearances in Omaha for Texas. 37 times there's been a College World Series where Texas hasn't been in it. That's insane.
That is crazy. And now the number is, 32 for East Carolina, trying to break that door down. And they will. I'm telling you, they will. but it's just this year wasn't the year.
Brian Bailey joining us on the Pirate Radio live line. You start to look to next year, Bailey, and man, Bryson Worrell was awesome. Potential ECU Hall of Famer. Bryson Worrell, the way he played his final year and all the great years here at East Carolina. Ben Newton, it was good to see Jake Coochmaner get in the game last night. Cooch one final time at Clark LeClaire. And then you think about the draft, Mayhew, Agnos, what about those guys? So kind of start to look to next year. We know this is going to be another good Pirate team, though, that takes the field in 2023.
Yeah, it always will be. I think they've got it's not just a team; it's a program, and they're held to they're held accountable. They do a great job in the classroom, do a great job in the community, and it's just and like I said, there were so many positives this weekend with the big crowd. I tell you, one of the things I enjoyed the most was they had all the alums down, the baseball alums down the first base line, and they had a special wristband for them to get in down there, and they could go down there and hang out. Just seeing all those guys. I mean, I saw so many that I've had a chance, a privilege to cover through the years, and I was surprised that some of them, they remembered me. I think back then when those guys were playing, people watched TV more than they do now.
Yeah.
But it was really fun to talk to those guys and see them and see their support. I talked to Eric Backage during the rain delay. He came up and I talked to him for a few seconds. He said he was going to go in and talk to Cliff and tell him, hey man, you got Texas right where you want them. They got a little lead, you got it right where you want them. We laughed about it, but I think we all thought at the time that Park still had a really good chance to win that thing.
No doubt, Bailey, and you're right. Just a fantastic weekend seeing all the alums. Pete Biscano, who was a part of the baseball program years ago, came in, took some great pictures with all. I mean, how many Pirate baseball alums you think were here this weekend, Bailey? I mean, it was close to reaching triple digits.
Yeah, I was going to say between 70, 80, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
That was awesome.
And those are the only ones that made the picture. I think some of them were still wandering around and maybe didn't get in the picture, but it's just that. And through the years with the coaches that we've had, we've always had class kids in that program, and they take so much pride in the program, and they take so much pride in bringing their families, their wives and their young children, and to be with everybody else, and it was really neat.
Well, Bailey, the Cubs stink. What are you going to do now? What's going on the rest of the summer for you?
Well, I may become a Brave fan.
There you go.
You and Wallington, all I hear about is the streak.
Well, all they do is win.
On right now. Yeah, I know. All of a sudden.
What do we got? I'm kind of excited to do shows this week. I'm going to have guests on Mark Brown, CamdenChat.com tomorrow to help me figure out what has been going on with Major League Baseball. Because I got to tell you, I've been wrapped up in this ECU thing. I have not paid attention much to the outside world when it comes to sports.
That's basically
NBA Finals included, really. I hadn't really paid.
Yeah. Getting over to the ballpark so early.
Yeah.
Melissa asked me, she says, why do you have to go over there so early for? And I said, I don't know. I just like to get over there and watch batting practice and kind of, hang out there and just. I just like, especially when I don't have to do anything. We had to go live Friday at noon, right before the game started, and that was kind of cool. And then, and my Friday, Bella graduated at 2:30.
I was going to ask you about that. How'd your Friday go, Bailey, with you all over the place?
That was crazy. I mean, that was one day I'll never forget. But Brian Meador said, "Look, I'll pick you up in the golf cart and we'll get you over to the Coliseum quick." So we come zipping through there, boy, and he dumps me off. I get up there and get situated, and I watch her graduate. Very proud of her, and then come back over to the rest of the game, the interviews, and then doing the 5 and doing the 6 live out there, and we went and had dinner with sort of family just to celebrate Bella's graduation. But what a day it was, man! I tell you what, if I had hit the fella that night.
And man, you gotta. I'm sure there were incidences here and there, but I hadn't heard anything at all. But you got to give credit to Chris Sutton and the police out there, and JJ McLam and John Gilbert, the administration with ECU, with all those people out there, all that alcohol being sloshed around. I mean, could be a disaster, but I don't know. I think everything went pretty smoothly, as good as it could go, with all these people packing into Greenville.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was one. It's been 2 weekends of parties basically out there with the regionals and the super regionals, and I think it's preparing Pirate Nation for those 4 home games in September. So get ready. Hang on.
Heck yeah! I mean, this was conditioning. They say you practice hard so the games are easy. I think the folks went hard these past 2 weekends, and September's going to be easy for them until that 98-degree heat hits them 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah, that might be bad.
All right, BB, what you got coming up this week on WNCT Channel 9? What are you covering?
The Big Rock started.
Oh, yeah.
So we've already got the Fabulous Fisherman Prize, $777,000 for the Mercenaria. So they're already in with that fish, so we're going to have that, and we'll keep up with the Big Rock all week long. And after that, things really slow down until August. So we start working on Touchdown Friday, graphics, and stuff like that, music, and we got a new look we're going to have, so we're looking forward to that. We got to work on that, but it'll be a quick summer, I'm sure.
All right, BB, we'll keep in touch. Thank you for joining us, man, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds good. Take care.
Brian Bailey joining us today on Pirate Radio Live as we recap the Greenville Super Regional, tie a bow on the ECU baseball season, although there is more to go. We hope to get our guys in here at some point, Agnos, Mayhew, Worrell, and Ryder Giles, to cap off the season. Also, maybe some exit interviews this week with Scooter, Scott Rogers, and Patrick Mason, all those guys talking Pirate baseball, looking back at the weekend and the season that was, the incredible season that was ECU baseball, that really gave us some awesome moments, some awesome memories to be very, very proud of. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. We got some audio to play from the post game late last night, early this morning, and also we'll open up the booty bag, make you a winner. It's all ahead on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Back with you after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
You know, everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. For used vehicles, Brown & Wood has a lifetime powertrain on every vehicle you buy from us, new or used. So even when you buy a used vehicle from Brown & Wood, you have lifetime powertrain. We cover the engine, transmission for as long as you own the car.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free.
Sure, your choice.
Really?
Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Everybody wants to get fit and get in shape. You don't have to do it alone. At Kinetic, we have certified personal trainers that will work with you on your customized workout plan to help you reach the fitness goals you always wanted. Choose either to work one-on-one or with a partner, or quickly burn more calories in our high-intensity fat-burning bootcamp classes while having fun with others at the same time. No matter your fitness level, we can help you get the results you want. Sign up today at kptonline.com.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey Pirate Nation, Warren's now has 2 locations. In Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Stop in today for hot dogs, pizza, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity featuring homemade cheese, ham and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
Safety comes first at Greenville Utilities. Did you know that by itself, natural gas is completely odorless? As a safety precaution, a chemical is added to the gas that gives it a distinctive and unpleasant odor. This allows you to detect the slightest amount of natural gas both indoors and outdoors. If you smell a strong odor of natural gas in or near your home, you should immediately call Greenville Utilities. GUC maintains staff around the clock in order to provide immediate response to emergencies such as natural gas leaks. You can count on GUC to keep safety job number one.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Ryder Giles, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. They will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, Pirates season comes to an end early this morning as they fall to Texas. And Texas moving on to Omaha. How about the 38th time they have been to Omaha? Just a crazy stat, their reign of terror. They've won, I believe, 6 championships out of those 37 previous appearances. So they'll be one of the favorites, if not the favorite, heading there this year. Let's hear what Cliff Godwin had to say after the loss last night that ended the Greenville Super Regional and ended the season for the East Carolina Baseball Pirates. Here is Coach Godwin.
Yeah, I just want to say, I forgot to say this, but man, the Super Regional crowd was unbelievable. Our fans, and I've said this before, but it was deafening on the field yesterday and on Friday, and I just thank Pirate Nation for everything they gave us, man. It was unbelievable. And, you know, the fact that so many alums, and I told Eric Backage and Nick Schnabel and Chad Tracy and Schumacher in my office and Kevin O'Sullivan during the rain delay, I was like, even if we don't win, man, just so many people came back, and so many of the Coach LeClaire tree and even before were here, and if nothing else, the relationships that we have in that tree is pretty special. And I just appreciate my family here at East Carolina because it is special. And Pirate Nation was awesome. I mean, the people that stayed here, I mean, we're getting beat 11-1, still going purple gold chance. It's not many places in the country can say that, so really special.
Coach, it's always hard when the season comes to an end, but you talked about this being the most player-led team you've ever had. Does that make it that much tougher?
Man, they're all tough. You know, this is the closest that we've ever been to punching our ticket, for sure, and to be at home. And, you know, just I don't know why. Only God knows why. And look, I'm not going to question him because he's been with me this year, and you guys don't know half the stuff that went on behind the scenes, some personally, some professionally. And just the way these guys came together is special. I'm good. If anybody else got any questions, I'll be fine.
You mentioned, you know, the guys are tough, and there's probably nothing more tough than the way some of these pitchers are able to throw. Like, you know, Garrett Saylor just coming in and throwing 4 innings. I guess, what does that say about that group that's just kind of willing to go out and do that?
Well, I mean, I'll pick on Aaron Fitt and Kendall Rogers. I mean, you know, we don't have a chance. We don't have any professional prospects, and just got a bunch of grinders. You know, Texas is full of a bunch of first-round draft picks, I'm sure, and they're so much more talented. But I tell you what, they had all they wanted here in Greenville, especially the first 2 days, and we just didn't have enough to get them yesterday. But like I said last year when we lost at Vandy, if I don't ever coach in the College World Series as a head coach, I'm okay with that. I don't need that for my ego. Some people need that for their ego. I don't. And the good Lord put me on this planet to be more than just be a coach that has accolades, because when we leave this place, you ain't taking those rings and those championships with you.
Coach, can you talk about putting Cooch in for the night tonight?
Yeah, just look, man, the guy's going to go down as one of the most decorated pitchers in East Carolina history. And he wanted to go out there, and I wanted him to go out there, so it was special. And I mean, got a standing O coming out, so it was awesome.
As you look at this year's team, should have a lot back for next year. I know you maybe don't want to look to next year yet, but I feel like you do have to be excited just about the way they played down the stretch and gel.
Yeah, I mean, look, this year was hard, especially at the beginning with just the adversity we had. But yeah, we got a lot of guys that I feel like are on our roster that can help us continue to move forward, and some incoming guys as well to help us. It's pretty remarkable what Coach Knight and the pitchers did this year with really no rotation, and to be where we are right now. So excited, but we got to get better to get where we want to go. But we're doing it the right way. As I said last year, we're doing all the right things, and I think it took Tim Corbin 9 years, so going into my 9th season next year. So hopefully that's the magic trick. But once you knock it down, it's a lot. It's not easy, but it's easier, and a lot of people talk about that.
One more question. Good to go.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Cliff Godwin, after the loss to Texas late last night, more so early this morning, as the Pirate season comes to an end at the hands of the Longhorns, and very emotional Cliff Godwin as the season wraps up, and looking forward to next year. I mean, it's what it's going to be. It's going to be another tough, gritty, gutty Cliff Godwin baseball team, and what a turnaround they had this season to put themselves in a spot where they were one win, a few outs away from getting to the College World Series for the first time. We will have to wait at least one more year for that to happen. All right, Shirley, let's open up the booty bag here on a Monday.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, folks need cheering up. So what do you want to give away today?
How about shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's?
All right, that can be yours if you are lucky. Caller number
8.
Caller 8, 317-1250. We're giving away Chico's. And we got more audio for you. We'll hear from on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
The only way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above. Jersey Mike's would like to dedicate the next 3 seconds to our new grilled portobello mushroom and Swiss sub. Trust us, it tastes good too, because fresh ingredients make a sub above.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit GreenvilleAutoWorld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for all your laboratory testing needs. If you are in need of COVID testing for your return to school, work, or for travel, Arc Point Labs is offering same-day PCR and antigen testing with little to no wait time. Please visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or make an appointment now at onehourcovidresults.com. Go Pirates!
This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. The real estate market is extremely competitive right now. The importance of being pre-qualified is absolute must before you begin shopping for a new home. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that fit most financial situations. To get started, contact Talbot Green, Braxton Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Megan State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. Your office deserves a proactive tech support approach instead of always reacting to issues after the damage is done. You need BizCare. BizCare tech support and cybersecurity plans keep you ahead of potential issues and much safer from cyber threats like ransomware. What's at your office? Call William today to schedule your free BizCare consultation or learn more at universitypccare.com.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, offensive line coach for East Carolina University football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. To get the business services that are right for your business today, contact the team of experienced local bankers at First Bank. The team includes bankers you can trust like Ashley Capps, Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nesbitt. First Bank, together with their customers, they are creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. First Bank, located on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. And congratulations to Tim Randall of Greenville, picked up a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's. Enjoy your favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Plus ice cold cervezas and Chico's famous margaritas are always available. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, Timmy with the win. I saw Heath Nisbet at the ECU baseball game. This was a regional, I want to say. So last weekend, saw a lot of great folks out there. Before the game Saturday, I saw Shirley Rhodes walking up. Neither of us were wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Which we said we would do.
Which we lied and said we would. I gave it some serious thought, but instead I put on a new shirt that I got the previous week, and now East Carolina is 0-2 when I wear that shirt.
Is it the gray polo? Or is it one of the polos that you got?
Black.
Ah.
It is a black Adidas shirt.
I like it.
I like it a lot. Love it, in fact, but the Pirates are winless when I wear it.
It's like the white helmets in football.
I like those a lot, but the Pirates stink when they wear them.
Yeah, I really did give it some serious thought, and I thought, and see, initially I thought I was going to be in the jungle to begin with. So I thought, well, I don't really want to stick out like a sore thumb. It's going to be shady. I don't think, So I kind of went back and forth, and I really couldn't. Finally, I just gave in and said, you know what, I'm just going to wear my Pirate Vibes Only T-shirt and be done with it. And then I bumped into you on the way into the stadium, and I didn't realize I was going to be up in the stands instead. And so I'm actually kind of glad I'm actually kind of glad I didn't wear it, but I probably would have been glad because that material is like it's a light material. It's almost like a dry fit type material, and that Pirate Vibes Only shirt was not
thicker.
It was much thicker, and I probably dropped a few pounds in just sweat from sitting up there.
It was a toasty weekend. Toasty day today
very toasty
as
weekend.
well. So how many of you joined us in screwing the Pirates this weekend by not doing something we should have done? Because part of the blame goes to me, a little bit to Shirley.
And I showed up to the game because, unfortunately, this year, because of all the, side stuff that I do, sometimes with ECU softball and lacrosse and soccer, I haven't been able to get to a baseball game all year long. This was my first game.
Oh, yeah. Well, you are probably the main issue then.
Yeah, so, just lay it on my shoulders, I guess.
Way to go.
So, now you know.
Way to
Sorry,
go.
guys.
You're never allowed to go to another baseball game.
Well, I wanted to be there in case history was made because I wanted...
You prevented it from being made.
I know. That's why I stayed home on Sunday.
Well, appreciate you doing that.
But that didn't work either.
No, it did not. Yeah, I tried. I tried to get in some proper clothing yesterday, but it was too little too late. Let's hear from some of the players. Shirley, do you know who we got here in this clip?
For ECU, it was
I think it's the
Ben Newton, Bryson Worrell,
and Cooch.
Okay. All right. Let's hear from those guys after the loss to Texas early this morning.
Feel for these guys here because we wouldn't be where we are today without these guys. Group of leaders that, even when they weren't playing, led our group, and they gave us everything they had as our team did. 14-13, man, won 20 in a row, won the regular season, won as many games as the 2019 team did in the regular season, then won the conference tournament, and then won a regional and got a chance to host the first super regional on campus here at LeClaire Stadium, and we weren't quite good enough, and yesterday was our day to do it, and we let it slip away. We just didn't play quite good enough. Texas is really good, and for everybody, these young men do it the right way, and I don't care if I don't ever coach in the College World Series as a head coach. That's not my job. My job is to develop young men and to make them into better people, and our culture is the reason we survived this year. I mean, we lost our number one for the season and Cooch for 2 months. I mean, Cooch is hurt, and Cooch is pitching hurt, and he wanted to do that. So not many teams in the country could lose your number one and number two and do what we did, and I'm just so proud of them. And yeah, it hurts. Well, man, I mean, it hurts worse. I've been in their shoes when I played my last game in a super regional, and just wish I could have done more. But bad stuff happens to good people every single day, and they did it the right way, and they have nothing to hang their heads about as our team doesn't. So, but we're going to keep knocking on the door till we knock it down.
Questions for the players? Bryson, just how do you kind of sum up your emotions right now, fifth year senior? Can you put it all into perspective?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little disappointing. Looking back at the season, we had a great season. Got to host a super regional here on campus, like Coach said, for the first time ever. Obviously not the result we wanted today. Just wasn't our day, but yeah, it's disappointing.
Jake, with the way you were able to come back and be able to throw today, what's that like to be able to finish out your season pitching?
I don't know. I guess it's more just wanting to do it for the guys. Wanting to get back out there with them. It sucks not being a part of it, but finding a way to be a part of it from the bench or from wherever. But you want to be in it. You want to be in the fight with the guys. So that's something that I wanted to work myself back into.
For you down the stretch, I mean, it sounds like you weren't quite 100%. So what was kind of that mental battle like, trying to like you said, get back in the fight, but also not being yourself?
Yeah, I mean that thought's definitely there. Of it's painful, but I gotta. If I'm gonna pitch, I better be able to pitch and not blame that on anything or anything like that. So I guess it's just flipping the switch of it might hurt, but whatever, keep going. It's funny, yeah, but yeah.
Any more question? Ben, for you coming as a JUCO guy, spending a few years here, just what did this place mean to you? Getting acclimated to East Carolina and the culture here.
Yeah, the acclimation wasn't easy at first, but when you look at it now, it's worth every blood, sweat, and tear. It's a great university. It's a great baseball culture. It's a great crowd. It's everything you want out of college baseball at ECU. I mean, just looking back at this year, what we were able to do, it's probably the most fun I've ever had on the baseball field this year. Even in moments where there was struggle, this group, we really came together this year. It was a really fun team to be a part of. Each individual had moments this season that helped us get here, and to host a super regional at home, I'm just extremely proud of this group.
You guys this season had pretty much everything. I mean, especially the way you guys ended the year with just how you played was incredible. So when you look back at that journey, do you think that a lot of good things will be able to stand out just from this body of work you guys put together?
Yeah, I think for me it's passing that on to the next group, and for them to realize that it's about the relationships you have with each other first. Like, you're not going to be a good team on the field unless you trust each other and you spend time with each other. So hopefully that gets passed down and continued on for the years to come.
Bryson, how much does that rain delay affect you guys to start the game, the inning, and then have to have such a long 5, 6, I lost track of how many hours it was, but how did that affect the team?
I don't think it really had a big effect on the game. They come out and punch us in the mouth right to start with. They did that again as soon as we came back from the rain delay. And we didn't really get it going offensively pretty much the whole day. So I don't think the rain delay really had any effect on how we came out and played. I think we still were ready to play when we came out. Like I said earlier, just wasn't our day.
Any more questions for the players?
Bryson, it seemed like the crowd was again trying to get you guys back in, but how tough is it when you're down, 9-1 to string together that many quality at bats and kind of get back into the game at that point?
Yeah, I mean, it's not an easy task, but definitely having that crowd in the game, no matter what the score is, no matter the rain delay, having the crowd there to always support us throughout any situation, it's an awesome feeling.
All right, Bryson Worrell and others talking there after the game last night, this morning. It was a long one, lengthy delay. You heard Worrell there say that didn't have much to do with it. They just couldn't get the bats going. As East Carolina basically spotted them there early in the game and just could never catch up. Did feel like in the bottom of the first, the Pirates had something rolling as they did on Friday. They got down 2-0, immediately scored 3 runs right back and never looked back. And then last night, Pirates had nobody out, runners on the corners, Bryson up, 3-0 count, green light, and he missed it. And I know he wants that one back because that felt like a moment right there where, Pirate fans were locked in, ready to go, ready to make that comeback. And the Pirates were able to scratch across one, which at that point, you're still in it, 4-1. You're feeling okay. Problem is, Texas came back with a 5 spot in the second inning.
Yeah, and I was standing beside Ronnie Woodward, and I remember telling him, hey, he's got the green light here. Like, Worrell has the green light. Last time he had a 3-0 count, he put it on the practice field.
Yeah.
In what that was in the
was that
regional,
against Coastal?
That was against Coastal last Monday, a week ago today. But yeah, Savage gets out of the inning with a strikeout, gets the guy looking. The crowd is just into it. The crowd is loud after a 6.5 hour delay. And you like you said, I just kept telling people, hey, if we can scratch 1 or 2 runs, obviously you want to limit the damage defensively and not have them score any more runs. But the 5 spot there just kind of deadened the waters there in Clark LeClaire. But even when it was 7-1, 8-1, 10-1, I mean the crowd was still in it at midnight, and this is an opportunity for this fan base. What we had this past weekend, and I think the fans did a great job.
All right, I nailed another prediction. Remember, I said a ton of runs going to be scored. UConn, Stanford. Well, they haven't scored since I said that. They're now in the bottom of the 4th. It's still 3-2 with UConn leading Stanford. It was 3-2 after the first, and it remains 3-2 right now. You don't have to do much to improve the game and the atmosphere out at Clark LeClaire. Baseball at Clark LeClaire is just a different animal. But, there are some folks that think you could do things to improve the game of baseball, make it more fun, make it more entertaining. I saw this on Twitter from Jesse Case. He says if baseball really wanted to get exciting, they'd let a celebrity throw out the last pitch. Bases loaded, 9th inning. Here's Danny DeVito. That's a pretty good idea. So whoever you bring in as your ceremonial first pitch person, well, it turns out they're going to have to pitch in the 9th with the game on the line. Kurt Kraft.
Like, hey, you're up 10 runs, but Danny DeVito goes up there. You have to get
an out.
Danny, you get 3 out. You got 3 outs to get.
You're going to give him a whole inning?
A whole inning.
Oh, jeez. I think just one out.
You're up 10 runs. You think Danny DeVito can get up there and get out of there?
No, I don't. I don't think he can throw a strike. But, could Kurt Kraft get an out?
I don't know.
He threw it across the plate. He'd give his team a shot, give his defense a chance if he can keep it in the yard.
Here's Kurt Kraft, now pitching for the Pirates.
Yeah, in the pitch for the Pirates.
Kurt Kraft. What would his walk-up song? What would his warm-up song be?
I don't know, but he would take a lap around the stadium and wave to all the fans and sign autographs.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Did you see what I just did? Oh, God, if he actually did it in a game, that'd be
Saw
crazy.
him this weekend after being out in Oregon, so he was out there supporting the Pirates.
Summer night, the 9th best pole vaulter in America. That's pretty cool to say.
That is cool.
And, in fact, she's probably disappointed it wasn't higher, but she had a good performance, nailed 3 of her jumps last Thursday. It was the first time I've ever watched pole vaulting on television, and if there's a Pirate involved, I will do it again down the road. All right, let's take our final time out. We'll come back. We'll get ready to wrap things up here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We've got more.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medispa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
We are back, baby.
It's back. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party presented by Bud Light is back on Thursday, September 1st. Before the Pirates host the Pack Labor Day weekend, Pirate Radio will once again be throwing the best party of the year to kick off the football season. And to help us celebrate the start of Pirate Radio's 20th football season, we're excited to announce that this year's entertainment will be the Breakfast Club out of Atlanta, Georgia. Enjoy your summer, and we'll see you Thursday, September 1st. We are Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Join us at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio, Greenville's premier yoga studio, for our wide array of classes, including restorative, power, hot yoga, and more. We even fly into the weekend with our aerial yoga workshops. New to our studio? Check out our special for new yogis. 3 classes for only $30. Check out our website or social media for all the information and up-to-date schedules at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio. Purple Blossom Yoga, where your health and mindset collide and help you transform to a new you.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. Nick Saban, Jimbo Fisher beef is, in a word, well, I'll let Georgia football coach Kirby Smart tell you what that is, and that is coming up next.
We are back, baby.
It's back. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party presented by Bud Light is back on Thursday, September 1st. Before the Pirates host the Pack Labor Day weekend, Pirate Radio will once again be throwing the best party of the year to kick off the football season. And to help us celebrate the start of Pirate Radio's 20th football season, we're excited to announce that this year's entertainment will be the Breakfast Club out of Atlanta, Georgia. Enjoy your summer, and we'll see you Thursday, September 1st. We are Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Mickey Mouse is what Kirby Smart said about the Nick Saban-Jimbo Fisher feud. How about childish, low class, ridiculous, and quite frankly, embarrassing? You would think one elderly gentleman, Saban, is 70, and one middle-aged guy, Fisher, is 56, would know better than to call each other names like a couple of little kids arguing about their toy trucks in a sandbox. Huge egos and huge money affect people in negative ways. After all the silliness, it's really pathetically sad to see two men who should be enjoying their success look as miserable as these two do. In this society, we put people on pedestals they don't deserve. My heroes are not football coaches, especially not these two. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
Pirate Radio.
Pirate Radio.
Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your stock market report. It was a rough day for the Dow. It dropped 876 points. Closed out the day at 30,516. NASDAQ was down 530 points at 10,809, and the S&P was down 151 points, ended the day at 3,749. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All righty. Wrapping up a Monday. We just about got through it, and we did it together. Can't do this alone. When you go through tough times, you need somebody there. We are there for you. You are there for us. We are there for one another.
I had, you mentioned this earlier in the program, but I did have a lot of people come up to me and thank us for what we do here at Pirate Radio, and that they enjoyed the watch-alongs during this this postseason run for ECU.
That's good to hear that people enjoy them, and we're not just doing it for ourselves.
Yeah.
So thank you out there, folks. Most three-pointers in a final series. 3-pointers per game in a final series. Number 1, Steph Curry. Number 2, Steph Curry. Number 3, Klay Thompson. Number 4, Steph Curry. Number 5, Steph Curry. Number 7, Steph Curry. Number 8, Steph Curry. It's been Curry and Thompson in the top 8, other than this one player in 2013, Chandler Honeycutt.
Ray Allen.
No, and that's a good guess, and you're not going to guess this guy without really thinking about it, probably having a teammate and me giving you a hint that He's more of a 6-man. He went to North Carolina.
Yeah. Oh, Danny.
Yeah.
Danny Green.
Danny Green. What a! I would be showing this to everyone in my family if I was Danny Green.
Family.
Look how good I am. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and me. Most 3-pointers in a final series per game. Danny Green hit 3.86 3-pointers in the 2013 finals. So there you go. Game 5 coming up tonight. I might check that out. I might find something to watch on TV. I've been inundated with Pirate baseball, as all of you have. So
if I'm not asleep by 9 o'clock,
yeah, I might be sleeping.
I might tune into the NBA Finals, but I'm still worn out.
Yeah, I'm very sluggish today.
Yeah, and emotionally, physically, I'm just worn out.
Takes a lot out of it.
It's been fun, but got to get ready for football season.
It's been a freaking blast. But yeah, you're right. We and I guess our attention will start to creep over there as far as this program goes too. We'll have our opponent previews, which we do every summer. We'll get that cranked up soon. You asked me about that a moment ago, Chandler, and planning on shooting out some emails this week. So we'll have that for you as we'll preview every team on the schedule. We'll talk to somebody affiliated with that team. We'll do that. Also, position previews. I don't know if I want to push it back one more week with Igo or go ahead and we might dive into it tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Or Wednesday when Stephen Igo joins us on the show.
Also, I've been seeing some pictures regarding EC basketball. Some of their newcomers are getting moved in on campus, and they're getting ready to put the work in for November.
We've got the Big Rock going on. Bryce Williams will join us Tuesday at 5. Might be going out live to that area and talking to somebody who is in the Big Rock. So might be doing that on Tuesday. So we'll maybe MJ, maybe his airness.
He is registered. Catch 23.
Catch 23. I saw their name today.
Yeah, they hooked a blue marlin, but then they released it. So I'm not sure if it was just too small or if they lost the marlin in the process of trying to reel it in.
Was it reeled in by Jonathan Ellerby?
I do not know.
And are there any other celebrities there? I thought that Jordan being there would kind of be, now this would become a cool thing to do. So like Machine Gun Kelly. I'm just like some random celebrities like, I'm going to buy a boat and do this. And I'm going to be out there in tattoos, and I'm going to be a fisherman. You know, like, just for the photo ops and the story.
I was thinking like country music star like Luke Combs or somebody like that, but somebody that doesn't look like they'd be in a fishing tournament.
Somebody that doesn't belong at all.
Yeah, Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson has the boat, and he is out there, and he's cracking jokes, and there's actual guys on his boat working, and he's not doing anything.
Yeah. LeBron James, he's got plenty of time on his hands.
As long as he's a Laker.
You mentioned Michael Jordan. I just saw this pop up on my Twitter feed. He did not catch a big blue today, but he did reel in the current leader in the Dolphin division.
Of course he did.
So,
and now he's motivated to catch the biggest blue ever known to man because he takes it personally. Mm-hmm. He's going to go out there with his bare hands and catch it and bring it on the boat.
He is a competitive guy.
He's a competitor. He competes. All right.
He's got a good bunch.
About out of words today, folks.
Yeah, it's time to wrap up the show.
You want to take it home?
Yeah. Wait, go ahead.
Thank you for attending today's show. If you chose to drink, please drink responsibly. Have a safe ride option available. On behalf of Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, Troy D. Ellerby, Glenn Griffin, Jenny Shelton, CJ Schaefer, and the folks here at Pirate Radio, we thank you for listening. And please join us Tuesday, 3 o'clock for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.